Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another. I'm so excited. Welcome to another episode of the Receipts podcast. So, I have the worst habit ever in the world. Anytime I am around, near, or can sniff a musician, their song is in my head.
Yeah.
And it takes every single part of me to not sing it. So I was just about to be like, back up your shit and go. And I was like, no, stop. Because the person who sang that is in the building and you shouldn't be doing that. But I still did it. Hello, it's your girl, Tolly T.
Just call me Audrey.
And as you can tell, I'm very, very excited to tell you about our guest. We have the musician, Traitor.
Yeah.
That is
God, literally.
Kappa! Hi, honey. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Also, your blusher placement is great.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Do you know what? I thought that the whole time watching the trailer, I was like, your makeup is good. Did you do it yourself?
I did it myself.
Did you do it yourself every time?
Yeah, my makeup
was
artist taught me.
Ah, well done. I was watching it, I was like, oh, her makeup is good. Because it's that like, I've got makeup on, but
it looks, your skin got better, just like a soft glam.
You smashed it. You absolutely smashed it. Because I'll be honest, like it's one of my biggest worries when black women go on TV shows.
Yes.
I'll be honest. Like,
learn how to do your own
Who's going to do your makeup? Who's going to do your hair? Because I don't want you out here looking crazy.
That's why I had to lock in. That's why I said to Danielle, I was like, please teach me how to do my makeup.
Yeah.
She told me the order. The order was key.
Do you think it's shady, if someone says, did you do your own makeup? Do you think that's a shady comment?
No.
Because
why would it be?
Because someone on Housewives was like really upset because the other one was like, oh, did you, like they were at an event.
Yeah.
And she clearly had her make like full glam, full beat, yeah? And then the other one was like to her, oh, your makeup, like, did you do your own makeup? But I guess in that world, everyone has glam all the time.
Yeah.
So it might
so
be
that
seen
world
as
sounds
shade.
like you're Paul.
Yeah. That sounds like shade. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If my makeup slaps and
It slaps, exactly.
I only trust one person. I only trust Daniela to do my makeup.
How did you find your makeup artist?
It was like a few years ago, and my manager at the time recommended her.
Oh, really? And
I was like,
someone good?
She's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
She's so good.
Okay, so we have to start from the beginning.
Okay.
So where did I discover you? I think it was TikTok.
Oh, yes.
I think it was. I think it was TikTok. Okay, so I absolutely love, and I think the British ear loves singers who tell a good story. I think that is one of the things that the Brits do very, very well. We make singers and musicians who know how to tell a story. And because thankfully, you don't sing in an American accent.
No.
You sing in your British accent. So like your stories feel so familiar, right?
you.
And it feels really, really safe to listen to you. I think you do it brilliantly. Lily Allen does it brilliantly. It's a very British singer type of thing to do. But okay, so that's your compliments. I've complimented your blusher, your music. I've done it. But like, how did you like come about? What was the I'm going to be a singer? What and then what?
Well, I went to performing arts, so I went to Brit School.
Did you?
Yeah, 14 to 18. And then whilst I was there, I was like, oh, this is an actual like job that maybe I could actually do. And then left Brit. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go to uni. I'm just going to try and do this music thing somehow, some way. And then it wasn't working. And then I was like, okay, I need to maybe like busk.
Wait, when you say it wasn't working, as in like...
the music that I was putting out was just quite poor, to be honest.
So it was you, it wasn't the industry.
It wasn't great. It was like, I knew I wanted to do pop music, but it wasn't right. I sort of lost my way.
Yeah.
And then I started busking, and that sort of helped me free up my time. Because busking, if you have a good hour, you can make like 200 quid.
Really?
Yeah, if it's a summer's day.
You're lying.
I used to make like...
How good do you have to be able to sing?
You don't have to even be that good.
Yeah, because sometimes, do you know buskers now, you can pay back hard.
Yeah. They've really evolved.
I stopped right before.
So you would have been eating then.
You would have been eating.
You would have eaten. And
they haven't go under training or drunken night. I'm like,
same.
Yeah. They have it set. They'll have £2 set for you to just tap it.
Yeah.
Not in a hurry, and I see a busker and they're doing it. I will stand there and listen because I think, that like every musician should be made to busk. I always think that if you're serious about your busk,
the Ed Sheeran story.
I actually really mean it because like you want an audience, like you want to get your music out there. I just feel like if you're serious about performing, that is the perfect place. You have an unlimited audience consistently.
Yeah.
And so why would anyone be above it? Like to me, when I hear that someone's busked, they're really serious about music.
Do you know what I would have done? I wouldn't have done busking. just because I want the hardship of the story, I would have performed that shit pubs.
But don't
I've
I
done
think
that.
busking is
I've
harder.
done that.
No, I think busking is harder than
No,
that.
I
though.
think shit pubs because it's like two
They might
people,
be you.
one who is you don't know is alive, and it's just in the corner of a
Yeah.
beer
Wasted.
and then wasted. You're not too sure.
Do you
Did
know what?
do
We
it?
had, so on the South Bank where I used to busk, there
Oh,
were
that's
like
a good
a group
location.
of like homeless guys.
Yeah.
And I was always nice to them. I mean, because it's just nice to be
'Cause
nice.
it's just, yeah.
But there was one other busker. There was one other busker who just did not mess with them. And he would come up to her and he'd be like, hi. And she'd be like, oh, just go away. And he was like, cool. When he was busking, he went and he laid right in front of her while she was singing. No one put no money in her thing. And then as soon as I came, I was like, hi, you're right. Tried to, just to be nice anyway. And then he was like, yeah, good. I woke up. So he like would block her.
You see, it's nice to be
See, that's what I'm
nice.
saying.
Yeah.
Everyone
Busking
has
is
power
hard.
somehow.
Busking is a hard, like it's, and people didn't ask you to sing. I had someone walk past me and just go, oh, shh.
Oh my God. Why don't you
No, do you know what? I can't.
Don't
I'm
walk
not-
this
I
way.
couldn't have done that before. No, because imagine you're on a phone call, you're irritated, it's cold, and someone's making noise. You're like, just shut up, man. Like, just shut up.
But he was like so close to me. I was like, oh, shh. And I was like, oh, I almost packed up everything and just left. I was like, wow,
Did you
it's hard.
play your own music or like
Covers.
just covers? Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
there
yeah.
to make money.
Yeah. Okay,
It was the
fair.
Ed Sheeran songs. It was anything that was on the charts. It was like, because the only people that give you money are mums because they got cash, and like people from Europe who have come to, they have
tourists and
cash.
stuff.
Everybody
Yeah,
else doesn't
yeah.
have any cash.
So they need they need to hear the music that they know. What was
Yeah.
a big money maker? Ed Sheeran, isn't it?
It
Perfect
was
or
Ed
something.
Sheeran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect
Actually,
is gonna
Imagine
do
as
it.
well by, is that the Beatles?
What song is Imagine?
Yeah, John Lennon.
Yeah.
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 It's not about age group.
That one used to make me loads of money.
Ah, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so you did that for a while, and then
And then lockdown happened.
Oh.
And I just had loads of free time because I didn't get a job whilst I didn't pack any bags whilst I just had loads of time. And then I joined TikTok as a laugh. And then I was posting videos on Instagram and I was running out of money because I was running ads on my own videos. So I'd pay like £30 and run an ad on my videos. And then I was like, right, my account's getting quite low and I still want to like promote myself. So how else can I do this? Saw TikTok, started just posting singing videos, and then it just started to do really well. And I started to become in a little group of like singer TikTokers because I think at that time people just wanted to listen to people sing.
yeah.
And then time went on and I was like, I need to sort of get out of just being a cover singer. I need to post my own music. So I started posting my own music, posted Go. That did really well. Put it out. Then nothing really happened. And then like a year and a half later,
It blew again.
it blew up. Yeah.
That's insane. And is that how you then got found?
Pretty much. I mean, I got signed in 2020 off the back of just growing a fan base on TikTok because I think I'd gone to labels before being like, I want to do pop music. And they were like, that's nice, but I don't know if it can sell. We haven't really seen like a black girl doing that.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, great. And then once I grew a fan base, they were like, oh, we believe in you now.
It works,
cool.
wow.
Goodness. Like, how about maybe we sign you?
Who
And I
would
was
have
like,
guessed
yeah.
it? You and Naina, that's meant to be your
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
baby.
literally. So then they were like, oh, okay, fine. And then they signed me. And then, but Go blowing up was just random. It was just like TikTok.
Did that surprise you? Because that was the first
So
song I heard
random.
of you as well.
So random. I was literally like, I just saw like these group of 15, 17-year-olds were making their own little trend to it. And it was getting like 1,000 videos that were being made. And I was like, what is happening? And then all of a sudden it just took off.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard of you. And I remember for ages going to go look for it on like where you listen to music and not finding it. So I was like, oh, is it just like a TikTok song? I just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And then it was eventually I found it and all that. And it's just, yeah, that was the...
That was the song. Yeah, that was the, I still love singing that song.
I was going to ask because most people that I know, the song that made it, they hate that song now.
No, I love it.
Really?
I actually really love the song. But I always say to people, that's the most toxic song you'll get out of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toxicity.
Toxicity.
Because the thing is, what Traitors has shown me about you is you're a good liar.
Mm.
So how do I know you're not the problem
I'm
in
actually,
relationships?
I'm actually not the problem.
Okay.
I love really hard. I've
Okay.
got a massive heart. I'm just very autistic and have ADHD. So I just don't understand some things. Like you have to be really clear of what you need from me. And sometimes I get insecure about that because I'll be like, I know it sounds maybe like a little bit clinical like
Well,
to be
activity.
like, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, you just need to tell me that once,
Yeah.
and then I'll do it. But if you don't tell me, I won't know.
What is it like navigating life with that, right? Because like Audrey will be like, she thinks she's got ADHD.
I think you do as well.
See?
When I listen.
Sorry.
See?
I've never denied you of it.
Everyone tells me
I've
that they think
ever.
I have it.
How
I
do
have
you
something.
navigate? Like, did you get diagnosed early? Have you been diagnosed? And how do you navigate life and also being a celebrity with that as well?
So I got diagnosed with ADHD in 2021. And my relationship at the time, she was like, I think you've got ADHD, man. You feel your feelings really big. Your time management is really bad. You're really messy. So many things. And I was like, yeah, but that's just like me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, but maybe I am sort of struggling with these things though. And obviously ADHD is a dopamine deficiency. So you're always doing things to chase that dopamine hit. So I went for a diagnosis.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I don't think it's what you think it
told
is.
you.
No, you did not. I
told you the
You
exact
think
same
you've got ADHD because you forget things. She thinks she has it because she walks into a room and she's like, oh, what did I come here for?
I do
and I'm
that
like,
a lot.
that might be age.
No,
I'm joking.
no.
I'm joking.
It's,
I do that as well.
It's that, but it's also just, it's exactly what you said. Just, I'm not chasing, I don't think
But
I'm
you don't
chasing
feel
it.
things deeply. You're
No,
not a big feeler.
No, but I think that could be part of it though. The opposite end of the spectrum could also be ADHD, that I don't feel things like intensely.
At all.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, at all.
Well, the thing is, it's not that I don't feel, it's just that I'm very good at compartmentalizing. Like I can literally.
When you do feel, is it really big or is it?
I might explode
Right.
twice a year,
Oh.
but not really.
I've known her for 9 years.
I'm
She's
just-
exploded and big things have happened in her life.
Are you irritable?
I'm just, no, not really. I just move on from things very quickly. I'm just like, okay, this has happened, move on to the next. But I feel like I'm just always on to the next thing. Like in my household, like I'm very like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Like I will start, I have 1,000,001 things on the go at the same time and I'm trying to achieve everything
and
at
achieve
once.
nothing or achieve it all?
No, I always achieve them.
Oh, then I don't know if you can.
It's not giving.
I always get them done, but my imagination is very wild.
Is the journey to getting it done, is it chaos?
No, sometimes
I'm
it is,
not
sometimes
really
it
sure.
isn't. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But I'll be like, okay, I need to clean the kitchen. Then I need to help an eye with this. Then I need to do that.
But you're
Then I
just
need
a
to do
busy
that.
working
And then I
mum.
start doing it all and I get it all done. And then I'm just like, oh my God, finally I can rest. And I'll sit down and then my mind is going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Like I feel like I never switch off.
Do you know we have 8,000 thoughts a day?
I have like 16,000.
I found that from my Bible app this
8,000?
morning.
Really, I have
Yeah.
a lot of thoughts. Like consistently, my brain.
Yeah,
is
my
just
brain is always on.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even think I sleep. Like I'm convinced I don't rest. Like I'm always up. I'm always on consistently, and I always imagine that I'm on a reality TV show.
So do I.
Because you watch it all
Yeah,
the time.
true.
And because you're on it.
Yeah. I
I'm
talk to
always
myself
like
all the time.
doing VTs in my mind, or I feel like it's like the Truman Show. I feel like there's always an audience watching me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll go to do something. I'll be like, oh my God, don't do that in front of the people.
Do you know, that's really crazy because I describe autism as hidden cameras everywhere.
See?
And someone's going to come out and go, you said that wrong. You're doing life wrong. You need to, let's redo it again because you said it wrong. That's the way I describe.
Right, okay.
You feel hyper aware.
That's how
of
I feel.
everything you say and what you do and how you move. And like my mum, I know my mum is autistic. She like I got diagnosed with autism when I was 23.
Yeah.
23? Yeah, 23. And it's a whole process. You have to do the whole assessment. It's really, really long. And they speak to someone who knew you when you were little. So I was like,
Oh,
Mum,
interesting.
can you speak to them? And she was like, okay. And then they ask her a million questions. Was she like this when she was younger? Did she do this? Did she do this? She was like, yeah. But I do that too. And they were like, yeah, maybe you are too. And she was like, I'm in my 60s. I haven't
this
really
alright?
got the
I've gone through it
I
now.
haven't really got the energy
Yeah.
to try and do that. But it there's just so many, like, I think after I got my diagnosis, it made me feel a lot more at ease with myself because I was like, oh, okay, this makes so much sense. But I did find after I got my diagnosis, I regressed.
Was there anything that you used to do that after you got your diagnosis it made you understand yourself so much more? Like, I get, that makes so much sense to me now.
Well, I think like autism with girls, like you mask a lot as soon as like the only time I'm fully unmasked is when I'm completely by myself. When I'm around people, I'm like on. So like I could meet people and I could laugh at things that maybe I don't even find funny or like I do find what you've said funny.
No, do you know
She wasn't
what?
fake
Because
laughing.
I don't fake laugh as a general rule. I don't laugh to be polite.
I fake laugh all the time.
Oh, and
see?
it fucks me up.
See?
Like, we'll be in a meeting. I'm like, because I know her so well. I was like, you don't find that funny? Like, I know.
It's like a nervous
Yeah, she's like,
response.
Yeah,
And I feel bad for people if they think they're saying something funny that they need a
Because
reaction.
sometimes, and when she laughs, she encourages people, so they keep going.
then they say the same.
And I'm like, I know she doesn't find that funny.
See, after my
definitely
diagnosis, I've really worked on not doing that. I work on not doing that.
yeah,
now. Like,
I don't
won't
laugh to be polite ever, and I think people think I'm being rude.
Not
but I'm
even
just like,
a
I
little,
just, no. You've seen me meetings.
I do it all
I'm
the
just
time.
like,
I can't help it. It's just
If
like
you
a
don't,
natural function.
that's what but
Yeah.
that's like the
earn
end
my
goal.
laughter.
That's where I'm trying.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
I'm trying to get to. Where I'm just like, or like if I meet
Not even
people,
the don't do the See, no,
Yeah.
but sometimes
No,
I make
bad.
myself laugh, and then I find the awkwardness that I didn't. That it's not a funny
Okay,
joke.
yeah,
funny,
yeah.
and then I giggle. But it's hard to navigate because my job and like neurodivergency directly clash. Like you're kind of always around people. The industry is so last minute, so you can't plan, or everything is sort of things get cancelled, things get moved. Like it directly clashes all the time, and I always have to be on. And I think especially even since being like on the show, I have to be on even more. So it's like it's a direct clash, but my world that I've built for myself is very neurodivergent friendly. Like
Yeah.
it's just very like safe. I've got my dog, and it's like,
What does that look like?
well, I like to go on nice little walks. I'm quite boring. I love the cinema. I'll always be at the cinema. I'm always at Nando's. It's just very like not glamorous at all. Like unless if I have to go like to an event, I'm just like it's like a U-turn,
Yeah,
sort of in and out dip. And so my friends are all friends I've had since I was like 11. So it's just very like, my space. I just have like, I don't know. It's just everything is very like safe for me, and I just don't really veer out of that unless I have to.
And do you have to communicate those boundaries with like your team? And is everyone, I'm sure everyone in the room is very lovely and understanding of all of those things.
As soon as I got my diagnosis, I was like, this makes so much sense. Because when Go like blew up and my diary was really full, that was pre-diagnosis. So I went through burnout, and it was awful because it was just so much in my diary and it was way too intense. Then once I got my diagnosis, I was like, if that was to ever happen again, if I have another song that goes viral and whatever, I can't do 74 million things in one day. I need to things need to be spread out. The diary needs to have a bit of space for me to just like decompress. Or I need to have a bit of my morning so I can have a bit of a routine, like just little things that can help me feel sane. But I'm really not afraid to just lock everything off.
I was going to ask that because I think when it's just like, because your fame, lack of a better word, was kind of like made from you, right? It was something that you were like, I know I want to do this, and you made happen, right? There is something that feels really tangible, and sometimes I think this industry has this very nasty way of making you feel like if you're not popping, nobody gives a shit about you.
Yeah.
How God forbid, is there like a fear that it might get taken away, or what does that look like for you? Because I'm of the same ilk as well. I don't mind locking it all off. Like, I'll figure it out.
I believe my worth doesn't come from the art that I make.
Yeah.
Like I deserve good things because I'm a good person.
yeah.
But I love music, but I also love TV, and there's lots of things that I love. So I'm not like, if I lost my voice tomorrow, obviously I would be heartbroken that I can't just sing day to day because I love to sing. But I wouldn't think, oh my God, like what am I going to do with myself?
Yeah.
Like I'll meet people and they'll be like, I'll say, oh, like if music didn't work out, if music didn't work out, what would you do? And they're like, I couldn't live. I'm like, you have an unhealthy attachment to this dream and this goal that you need to rethink about because you should know that you're deserving and okay without or with this thing and love your life either way.
Especially the kind of industry it is, that it can be just
so
like,
fleeting,
it's
everything.
so fleeting. Do you know what I clocked the other day? Obviously after watching the Victor Beckham documentary, do you know as a 5, they were only together for 2 years?
What do you mean as a 5?
Really?
As in before Joey, like the impact they made, altogether they was only together for 4 years. As in actually making,
that feels like a 10-year run.
But it felt like
That's like One Direction. They're only
yeah.
together 5 years, right?
But the impact it's had on people is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it actually feels like these people have always been a part of your life and always been there.
They just made as much money as they could within those 5
They
years,
really
and then
did.
you just live your life.
That is the goal.
That's the goal. Just
That
make as
is
much as
the
you
goal.
can.
Accumulate,
Say yes,
live all
as
your
much as
dreams,
possible.
do all the things that you've always wanted to do.
Yep.
Say you've done it. Be like, right, cool guys, thank you.
Everyone will reach their peak at some point. You
Yeah.
just have to make as much whilst you're in it, and then
Do you know what your peak looks like to you?
No clue, because I like to go on side quests. Like the show was a side quest because I was speaking to like Monroe about it, and she was like, yeah, because isn't it so interesting how most people would do a show like that maybe later on in their career? They wouldn't really do
Not
it as
Traitors,
early
though.
on. Yeah, true.
Yeah, not
True.
Traitors though.
But some sort of TV show, you often see people later on in their career, like 20, 30 years down the line, they do something. Whereas because I'm like still really new and I don't think anywhere near my peak yet, I was just like, I really love the show and I would just love to do it because I think it would be a great experience. So I kind of say yes to random things. So I don't know what my peak would look like in what realm, because I want to open a bar one day and like just do random things.
What would that's one of my questions I have all the time. If you were to open a bar, what would you call it? I ask people that on dates. I think it's such a good question.
I'd call it either Cat House, but house spelled as Haus.
Okay.
Or the Cat House. For some reason, just seeing that slanted in that little nice font, just feel, and it's just like a gay bar.
Do you know, because I haven't figured out what I'd call mine yet, but I'd want it to be able to work in a sentence. Like, oh yeah, just off to the Cat House. Yeah, was it like Cat House the other night?
I was like Cat House the other
night.
night.
Yeah, that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it kind of slaps. Yeah,
it was like Cat House.
Yeah, I meant like Cat House. Yeah,
low light setting.
Yeah.
Very just mysterious, kind of speakeasy,
like
jazz bar.
Yeah, okay, cool. I see it working for you.
See,
I actually do see
but
it.
it's just expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
I think anything of trying to build like a what was it, brick and mortar. We've been learning English.
Okay.
Not that we don't know it.
Brick and water.
It's not water though, it's mortar.
Bricks and mortar.
Yeah. So it's not, because we're...
Oh, is it like when people say you've got to have something tangible? Like bricks and water.
Yeah. But it's not water, because I used to think it was
what
water.
Is it then?
Mortar.
Shut
Yeah,
the
it's
front
not
door.
water, yeah.
Bricks and mortar.
It's like when people say praying for someone's downfall. It's not praying like that. It's Prey.
No, I'm sorry. Can we go back to
Praying
bricks and water?
Yeah, it's not water.
It's mortar.
Yeah, it's not water.
As in M-O.
We had this
Bricks and
conversation, didn't we?
mortar.
No, we didn't have it with David.
Oh,
You're
was it
thinking
with
of the
you? Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I've been saying, no one's ever corrected me.
Brick and water makes sense.
People want my downfall because I've always said bricks and water.
Because they don't know either.
I think I even read it in the book.
Oh. The editor should have called that one and been like, honey.
That's so interesting.
There was also another video I saw of yours that made me like love you even more, and it was you talking about grief. And it was so special to me because I think I have this thing about when I go through something, I like to hear how other people dealt with it.
Yes.
And it was your video, and another one that really helped me with was the little book by Chimamanda. I don't know if you've ever read it. It's called Notes, but absolutely brilliant. It's like this tiny, really, really, like just a really good book. Because I think sometimes when you feel something, you don't have words for it, and it's amazing to hear someone actually put it into words. How are you? How are you dealing with it? Because I don't think it ever leaves you.
No, you just learn to live with it and you learn to exist with it. And I've kind of accepted that with every happy moment or big achievement in my life, I'll cry as well. And I've just sort of become at one with it. I think when my dad passed away, that was 5 years ago, Christmas Day. And it was a bit of a strained relationship. So it wasn't just straight down the line grief. It was very confusing.
That was 5 years ago as well, actually.
Oh,
November.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And also the same relationship. Strained.
Yeah, very strained. And it was so, it was like, very, very strange. I had therapy like straight away. So
same.
Yeah, did you?
Literally 3 days later. Yeah. I was like, well, it's time now.
The doctors were like, he's got a few weeks left. And I was like, right, it's time to lock in on this therapy when he's not here. I was literally like, because it was 2 weeks before, me and my sister literally were like, it's going to be Christmas Day, isn't it?
Really?
We just were like, I just feel like it's going to be Christmas Day. Knowing us, so knowing him,
so he was
dramatic
sick.
exit. Yeah, he had cancer. And so when he passed away, went straight into therapy and just unpacked the whole relationship that I had with him, which was so key in learning how to parent my inner child and also just seeing him as a human being that had flaws rather than a dad.
Yeah.
And just little things that I would think about when I was younger that would really like hurt me if he said, oh, I'm going to come pick you up. And then he just wouldn't show up. Growing up, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's just I'm not worthy of anyone's, like no one probably would care about me or want to be around me or whatever. And then it wasn't till now as an adult, I'm just like, oh, he just couldn't be asked. He actually just couldn't be asked.
Yeah.
And him,
He was just
not
quite
like,
selfish person, actually.
Yeah,
He just wanted to hang out with his mates.
Yeah, couldn't be asked. And that obviously affected a 7-year-old as, like taking on all these problems. But as an adult, I'm like, yeah, he just couldn't be asked and just didn't want to in that moment.
Yeah.
I wanted to at the time when he said he wanted to and didn't after.
Didn't want to, yeah.
So after I had therapy, that really helped me. But it's only now, 5 years later, that I feel like I'm experiencing grief in a bit more of a straight line with my dad, just because maybe he passed when I was 20 and now I'm 25. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 5 years of my life that you haven't been a part of. And then when my granddad passed away last year, that was just like grief.
Yeah.
Of just hell, just being in the midst of turmoil and having no clue how I was gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get easier.
No,
like,
it
I think
doesn't,
when
yeah.
people are like, time is a healer, I'm like, it actually doesn't
I'm
heal.
not
Maybe not
convinced
for
it
not for
is.
grief, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't think it is. And also, I think what I feel about grief, which just doesn't help to add to anyone else's head, sorry guys, is that like, when I'm like, oh, I'm really sad about this person dying or whatever, like, but I wasn't that close to him, but it still hit me. And I was like, there's still going to be more with this, but for people that I really love.
Yeah.
And that one, I could just start crying.
Yeah,
Like, I could
same.
just
The
sit at
thoughts.
home and just start
Yeah.
crying. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, this is not just you know what, you get one and done. Everybody gets the one and done, and then that's, no, there's going to be more people, and then
Yeah.
you're going to feel more for them as well, and it's
Yeah.
going to really impact your life.
I saw a video, not a video, my auntie sent a Reddit of this like older guy, and he said how grief is like a shipwreck and it crashes and everything gets thrown into the ocean and you're trying to pick up some random things from the ship to just hold on to. But the waves keep hitting you like intensely right when it first happens. The waves of grief just keep hitting you. And then over time, the waves spread out, but they don't hurt any less. They're just spread it out, and you can start to predict when those waves will come. So if it's like an anniversary, their birthday, Christmas, a big life achievement, you start to predict. And then that sort of helped me work out. And then it's when Andrew Garfield said grief is just love with no home. I was like, that helped me so much, because I was like, oh, I'm just feeling lots of love.
Yeah.
That I can't give to the person anymore.
Yeah.
And when I cry, I can just be like, I just wish I could give it to him,
To
and I
someone.
can't.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, when you were saying about as you got older, you realised that you just couldn't be asked. Was that peace? Did that bring you peace, or did that bring you sort of more turmoil?
That brought me peace, because I was just like even his funeral, it was so interesting, because it was like his best friend would come up and speak about him, and I'd go, oh my God, you were someone's best
Oh
friend.
my
you
God,
say
I
that
had
all
the
the time.
exact same feeling.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So like he was talking about how they met in the 70s and all this stuff, and I was like,
I just felt sorry for everyone else. I was like, oh my God, you've lost your best.
Yeah.
I remember my dad's best friend calling me, and I cried because I was like, you've lost your best friend. And I could imagine what it would be like to lose a best friend. Or even looking at my sister, I was like, my gosh, you've lost your dad.
Yeah.
And it took me a very long time to personalize it. I don't know, it says you have also lost your dad as well.
Yeah, and I think I only personalize it now the more people ask about it who like I don't know. So if I meet somebody new and they're like, oh, what's your relationship like with your dad? I'm like, he's dead. So
It's my favorite thing to do, yeah.
and then they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
I love a dead dad joke.
You
just
do.
like,
Oh my
She
God,
does it in
it
meetings
is
and
my
everything.
favorite thing to do. And then you see everyone be like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, people die. Blankly, like, we don't have to do this. Like, it's fine.
yeah. And it's so interesting when you meet other people who have experienced grief, that they can like, the way we speak to each other is way different to people who haven't. So if it's like someone who hasn't and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, how are you doing? Like, how do you feel? Versus someone who's also experienced grief, they're like, oh, I lost my sister. I'm like, it's awful. It's hell.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's just sort of awful. But you have to not feel guilty for feeling joy within that. You're allowed to feel happy and have really great moments while still missing the person.
I think that's the hard bit, because it's like you kind of want to call the person quickly or be like, hey, this thing happened, update someone. And it's like, oh, there's actually no. And it's just like, again, like even talking about that, I went to an uncle's funeral and seen his best friend there as well. And the best friend thing just really got me. I was like,
That's
your
on me. I was
friend.
balling off. I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is your best friend. And then as the sort of funeral progressed and different people went up, I was like, no, I'm not sad anymore. But when the best friends came up, I was like, oh, this is really sort of sad.
Yeah.
Like, this is quite a sad time. And that helped me humanize him more and see him as like a multifaceted human. But that helped me so much in just being like, yeah, he just couldn't be asked. And I also think he was absolutely undiagnosed with some level of neurodivergency, whether that was ADHD or, because even traumatic moments were all due to sensory things that I think he just found overwhelming. And that's why he would like shout. And so I think therapy just helped me so much really unpack him and then kind of let it go. But you never fully let it go, but be at peace with it.
Yeah.
What's your background? Where's your family from?
Dad was Nigerian and my mum's Jamaican.
I did not know your dad was
interesting.
Nigerian.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How much you lean into the Nigerian side of you, if at all?
Not as much as I would like. And I think because we weren't that close, it just wasn't at the top of his list to really like teach me and my sister about it.
Yeah.
And then because I was closer to my mum and my granddad and that side of my family, I just leaned more into the Caribbean side. But I think actually since his passing, I've gotten closer with my cousins on that side and we've like had more of a relationship. So that's been really good at like helping me lean more into my Nigerian side. But I do need to do it more. I just, not as much as I would like.
I'll teach you.
I was going to say you've got the perfect teacher here.
I'll teach you. Did your dad get to see any of the assertion of your career?
No, he was very much like, you need to go to uni.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah. He was like,
Really?
Yeah. He was like, you need to go to uni, you need to do this, you need to do that. And he got it with my sister. So she did go to uni. She's like 6 years older than me. But I was like, yeah, no.
Anybody doing that shit?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Are you the last born?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about being the last born, right? Because everybody else got to, I'm so grateful to my siblings for doing things the right way so I can be like, oh, well, not for me.
Yeah.
Like
No
I can be the disappointment. They can be like, you know what, we've had it here. So it's actually okay for someone to be like a bit more higgy-hagger.
Yeah, because I just was like, my sister was so good at, she got really good GCSEs, A levels, like super, super smart. And she got her ADHD diagnosis a few years ago. She was like, yeah, you didn't see the journey and how it got here though. It's hell. Like, it's awful. But because she did all of that, I was like to my mum, oh, I just want to go to like performing arts school and stuff. And she was like, okay, well, as long as you get your GCSEs, I barely even got my GCSEs. I think I got four or five, 2 A's, and then the rest were
That's good enough, boy.
awful.
Yeah.
How do people get to Brit School? Anybody I know that went to Brit School, I'm so jealous of them because Jessie J went to Brit School as well, didn't she? Yeah.
You just apply.
No, because I imagine a Save the Last Dance. Have you seen a Save the Last Dance?
No.
Oh my God. As a no.
Wait, are you joking?
You have to watch that tonight.
No, she can't though because it won't be good to her.
No, but she's going to watch
When
it as
did it come
comedy.
out?
Yeah, okay, fair.
She
I have
can
a
watch it
thing
as
for
comedy.
movies pre 2005.
Oh yeah, it was before that.
Yeah, it was like
I
99.
You won't watch anything pre
she
2005.
was
Yeah,
then.
I really struggle.
You won't enjoy it.
Were you born?
No.
What year were you born?
2000.
Oh my God, it was out before she was born.
Do you know what spins me? Someone
my
born
God.
in 2000 is 20. Is an adult.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sorry, that
25.
but that actually spins me like how
Yeah.
quick life is going. Like
That's
25 is
actually
an
mad.
adult. I remember feeling like an adult at 25.
Same.
Someone's born 2007. They're an adult.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
it here. But you need to watch that film because it is a
I
classic.
probably won't.
You won't.
Okay,
you
fair,
won't like it.
fair enough.
anymore.
But it
Or
is-
maybe one. No, I probably won't.
no,
But you do
yeah, I don't
apply
think
and
will.
then you do an audition.
Oh, so you do an audition.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you did for your audition?
Yeah, I was extra at that age. I used to I wanted to do like different kind of covers that people wouldn't expect from me. So I sang like a Jimi Hendrix song.
Oh,
Oh,
dope.
okay.
And they were surprised. And then I had to do like a theory test. I can't do theory, so I was awful at that. And then you find out like a month or two later and I got in.
So do you have to pick like a specialist subject? So you apply to do music or
Yeah.
drama? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
okay,
I applied
yeah.
for music because I thought I don't want to do musical theatre. And I just think love musical theatre students, but they're quite intense.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Do you though?
Do you know what? They just sing all the time.
All the time.
All the time they sing. And that was the probably the most annoying thing about them. The actual annoying students, love you guys, were the theatre students.
Why?
Drama.
Really?
I remember one time in year 10. We were like waiting to go to our next class and we were outside, just sat on the benches and there was this guy and this girl and they were breaking up. But it was very loud. It was very dramatic.
yeah.
He was like, do you want to be with me? Yes or no? And she was like, no.
Oh.
And then he stormed off. And I thought, I've got maths with him next period. So when's he coming? He needs to come back. And then we had maths next period and he came and sat down. I was like, hey, like, you okay? He was like, He was just very, very
doing a lot.
Yeah, he was doing a lot. He was very dramatic, and they would do like, oh my god, I remember we were walking to another lesson, and there was this couple and they were arguing, and the guy roughed up the girl, pushed her against the wall, and was like ready to sort of beat her, and then we go, oh my gosh, stop! What are you doing?
If you tell me they were acting, I'm gonna
not end scene.
They stopped. They faced us and said, 1 and 2 people.
Shut the front door. No, they didn't.
I was like, knock this whole school off right now. Lock it off. And then,
oh my god.
Then they reset and they do it the other way around.
No
so the girl was beating up the
way.
guy. So after we walked through and went to our class, they
evoked emotion out of you for no reason.
Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh. They just paused.
I'll be 3 people. Fuming if someone did that to me.
School,
but also imagine thinking it was normal to live your life like that.
Exactly. Like everything is not a performance.
Life is.
Maybe going to the canteen, people on the tables. Wherefore art thou? Doing all that stuff.
Really? That's how I envision it to be. And it's actually like that.
Yeah.
That was their call. Like they had to do. They were getting like marks on it.
What were you doing that was annoying?
Music, do you know what? Music strand students, we're just really chill.
What's music strand?
Music strand's just like, well, I think they've split it even more. So you've got music production and then music students. But when I was there, it was like, we got the most amount of performances. Like every time pretty much we got to do a big show.
Oh, sick.
And you just get like musicians, singers, producers, and you learn about the industry, the different jobs in it. And then you learn like a bit of production, and then you have like a performers course as well, where you have to put on your own show. So it's like a proper like, the course is actually really good.
Do you have anyone else that was in your class that's now doing their stuff?
Year above me, Olivia Dean.
Oh, sick.
And Rachel Chinariri.
Oh, amazing.
And then Tom Holland was like 4 years above me.
Oh, no way.
I think.
Nice.
Recent years, I've been quite a few people.
Oh, so the Brit School actually,
it does actually,
it does actually
that black guy from Misfits.
Ah, sick.
Yeah.
It's actually so weird because I know exactly who you're talking about. For the life of me, I do not know that man's name. That's actually so unkind. Yeah. But like, I'm just like, the black guy from Misfits.
Yes. But quite a few people, like when I've gone back to Brit and I've looked on their board of like all the different students, I was like, oh my gosh.
It actually does work here.
Yeah. That Jordan Stevens.
Oh, we love Jordan Stevens.
Yeah, he was on there as well, yeah.
Oh, that is sick. Do they, in Brit School, do they prepare you? Because I guess now like everything's changed so much of the industry and what it looks like and having to go viral and be so like chronically online. Do they teach you that, or do they prepare you for that, or are you kind of just thrust into the wolves?
They give you kind of the tools on how to be sort of a professional musician and sort of being on time and like knowing your craft in that way. But I think people probably thought that by going there, you get like a leg up in terms of being put into the right rooms with people. I definitely thought that when I got in. I was like, sick, we're going to get to do shows like in front of like music execs. It's gonna be so sick. And then our year just didn't get that. And we were like, so why are we here then? And then, but it's the tools, because I don't know how they do it, because they don't give you a leg up, but then you meet people in the industry that are like, I went to Brit. I think maybe it's just feeling like it's possible and then just like,
and then actually
pursuing it, I guess.
It still has that prestigious thing. So it's still, when I hear that, I still think,
same, I always think so.
Do you know what I mean? Like I still think like, you must be talented. Obviously you are anyway, but I definitely think that.
Some people
are
not so much.
Some people
are not. It's okay.
Some people
are not.
You know, no. Do you know what?
But vocation.
Some people, you do go, but
okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's the business of music that they could be into.
Maybe. Yeah. Because to be fair, there would be, like in music, there was quite a lot of students that ended like the 4 years going, I do not want to be a singer.
Want nothing to do this.
Like, maybe I'll go work at a label. Like I don't want to be in front of the camera. So a lot of people learn, like they could come there with the dream and then they're like, actually, maybe this is just a dream. Maybe I don't need to actually pursue this. So to be fair, because some people I thought,
how comes you're here?
How's that work then? I thought we did the same audition.
I have to audition to come into this place.
How's that gone on then?
So even like being like a black girly in pop in the UK, how has that been for you? Really?
It's hard. It is really difficult. I think it's really hard. I'm lucky in the sense that the type of pop music I make, I think, resonates with a wide range of races. But I think there's always just that idea that, well, that's told to us that Black people can't sell and that we're not
really?
relatable to non-Black people. And so that is then really hard to sort of get out of.
What
and I
do
think
you do
it
with that? Yeah.
kind of exists, but doesn't at the same time. And I kind of am an example of that with the following that I've managed to grow. And I don't know whether that is because pop music is quite a broad, has quite a broad audience. But at the start of my career, it was very, you had to like tell the publications, stop saying R&B because I'm not an R&B singer.
Interesting.
Stop boxing me in. I love R&B and I listen to that in my spare time.
Yeah.
But that's not the music that I'm making.
Yeah.
So that was like really difficult. And I think when Go did really well, that helped because it is obviously a pop song.
Yeah.
I think there's soulful elements just because my voice is more soulful.
Yeah.
But it's a pop song. And then I think the songs that I put out after that, I had to be really intentional with the songs that I put out to make sure that it was clear that I was a pop artist. Whereas now I can be a little bit more free with just singing more. In my
And you
songs.
chose pop on purpose, like it was like I want to make pop music.
I've just always loved pop music as a genre to make. Like
Yeah.
I found when I was writing songs, it just had that pop, just verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, and the melodies were just more pop. And then because I didn't really see many Black women doing it, I was like, why can't?
I'm trying to think of Black UK pop singers.
I can't really. I mean, I think even back in the day, it was that same thing of getting categorized.
Could probably be like members of girl groups.
Like Jamelia.
Yeah, there's no would Jamelia have been pop?
Yeah,
I mean, she
maybe
had pop
Jamelia,
songs,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
she also had R&B songs that were poppy.
Yeah,
But
I guess
of
so.
recent
I guess what it
years,
is
I don't
like
know.
you said, it's because they all said R&B singer. They all just
Exactly.
put R&B
Yeah.
on them just by virtue of them being Black.
Even if
they
the
were
music
singing
was clearly
Spice Up Your
like
Life, it would have been
Superstar.
yeah.
Superstar to me, that is
That's a pop
that
song.
is
a pop song.
clearly
Yeah,
a pop
that
song.
is a pop song.
Yeah.
It's a pop
Thank
song.
God you know
Banger.
that one, please. I think
Yes.
they'd be like,
Oh
I
my
don't know,
God.
it's too
No, that is a-
young.
yeah, that's a-
I do know that one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they always would say that R&B. So we were really strict on just being like, please say pop. Please say pop. And then now I think it's still really hard just because, you know, some people just don't believe in it and they don't.
What's there not to believe in though? Because I think pop music is one of those like, my first point is I want white men to start making music again. I really miss that.
Who?
White men. They've just stopped.
Do they not make music?
No, but I want really good white male
pop
singers.
again. Yeah,
I
just like
listen. I love pop music. Like love
all of
pop
this.
music.
Chad doesn't need to have a podcast. Go and make a
Yeah,
pop
yeah, go
banger.
and make
Go
songs.
make a
Yeah.
I just need a good singer. I just need a good. Just pop
Just
out with a little guitar and
a
they're
little
just
something,
like
something.
Yeah.
Who do we have now? I mean, I've got like
I mean, we've
no
always
idea.
had Ed Sheeran, and you,
got Ed Sheeran.
So I've gone to more than one concert of Ed Sheeran by myself. Fun fact.
it's a white man
I
just
don't
singing.
think there's anything wrong with going to
hey,
concerts by
A
yourself.
white man just singing.
Yeah.
No, I was surrounded by couples, and it was around the perfect time.
really?
And I was just like, oh, this is
Long
a
day.
bad. This is a
Really?
bad idea.
Yeah, we
Is
don't have
Lewis
that.
is Lewis Capaldi?
Oh, yeah, Lewis
is he?
Capaldi.
He's pop kind of.
Yeah, he sings his ballads.
Yeah, he sings
Yeah.
ballads and stuff.
Who else?
Gun to my head, I couldn't tell you one song of Lewis Capaldi.
Now the day bleeds into nightfall.
Okay, I do know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I'll stay alive.
that's
He's
a banger.
he's a ballad guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sings his ballads.
And
He's
ballads
good.
would be seamless pop as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like Adele.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, no, Black UK pop singer. Jamelia.
Jamelia. Javine.
Joan Armatrading isn't British, is she? No, she's American.
Cat.
Sorry. When I first started, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, Tracy Chapman."
Oh, so who do I compare you to?
Yeah, because I used to play my guitar way more and like do all my like acoustic pop stuff.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh, dope.
I thought so.
Aesthetically, did they ever try to like put you into a thing? Because sometimes every time I think about a pop label, I always think about the Pink song, which is like LA told me, when she was like, when she decided to be white. Because remember Pink for the longest time.
Pink was
Was a black
white
woman.
person.
I swear to God, I thought Pink was a
Same,
mixed
so
race
did I.
woman.
People make you sound stupid for thinking that.
No.
I
Did she
was
make like R&B stuff?
Yes,
early
she
as well?
did.
Yeah.
Bangers.
No,
Yeah,
she came out as
Absolute
a fully
bangers.
blown
But
R&B
she
singer.
was an R&B mixed race woman to me.
Yeah, same. I proper thought she was
And
mixed race,
then
I
she
can't lie.
made the song where she went to be like, fuck the shit.
She made Get the Party Started, and I was like, oh.
Oh. Yeah, but before that was like, LA told me.
No, Get the Party Started was her first song when she broke out.
Yeah.
And then afterwards she started making more rock poppy kind of
you know what
vibes.
song slaps?
And then she
Which is her bag,
confessed.
to be fair.
Do you know what slapped? Family Portrait.
Yeah, oh my
that's one of the
god.
best songs.
That is
In our family portrait,
we
we look
have
pretty
it.
happy.
Oh my god.
Let's-
Do you know what we should do?
Sorry, that face was given that you don't think I could sing.
That was really good. I was actually more shocked.
Let's play
Of how in
pretend and
tune
act
you
like
were.
it comes naturally. I don't want to hear me.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That's
divorces.
a banger. And the
I don't
video
want
was
to
really good
stepmother
as well.
anyway. I used to love that bit.
Oh my
I used to, in my head, I was a disturbed child whose parents had just woke up, and I didn't want. My imagination really goes. So when I listen to songs, I feel like it's like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about because
That's good,
I've
though.
seen it. Yeah.
That's what we need.
And that's why I like storytelling songs.
Yes.
Because it is that like I can actually imagine, and that's why to me Lily Allen's new album slaps so much.
Yeah.
Because it is
It's very specific.
Yeah.
But
that man
just
put her
gets to
through
the
shit,
point.
boy.
I need to listen to it.
Have you not listened to it?
No, I haven't listened to it fully.
Yeah.
And
I
truly,
heard
who
listened
the
to it
fuck is
fully.
Madeline? And that man, let me just tell you the story. The first song is West End Girl, which is what the album is called, right? And it's
Didn't know
her.
it was a pussy palace.
Pussy Palace.
That one.
Pussy
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah, I've heard
Pussy
that
Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, banger. And then, so let me tell you the story behind West. This is what I love. Songs that one can hear the lyrics you're saying. You're not going,
Yeah.
and they tell a story.
Yeah.
So she's talking about how obviously she met this guy. I think he's a producer, director. I don't know, but he's a big.
Actor.
Is he actor?
David Harbour.
Was he in?
Is that who she was
Stranger
with?
Things. Stranger Things.
I ain't never seen that show in my life.
Oh.
Now I won't.
I mean, fair.
Now I won't. And is he still in it?
Yeah, he's on a press tour for it.
Don't they have a mum or clause?
Season 5 comes out.
I think men should start losing their jobs for cheating on their wives.
Yeah, they would cheat a lot
I think
less
a lot of
then.
people feel that way. I keep seeing a thing online about that.
Let them
Actually.
lose their jobs. You cheat on your wife, lose your job. You're not allowed on Stranger Things. You cheat on your wife. Anyway, so she's married him, right? Cool, whatever. Moved to New York. And they've bought this beautiful house, which I actually remember when they had it because it was in
Architectural
yeah,
digest.
it was an
Yeah.
architect, and it was
Gorgeous.
stunning house. And it's like, wow, good for Lily. I remember their Vegas wedding. I know too much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
great. Got married, whatever. So marriage just happened, and she was like, hey, when they got this big house, she felt a bit awkward about it. She says this in the song because it was like she couldn't afford it, but hey, whatever. It's what you wanted. I felt a bit weird, but whatever, right? And then one day she gets a call that she's in the West End. She's got a play in the West End, and he was like not happy for her. And I'm sure, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, being in a relationship with someone, like you announce your things, they're kind of like, they don't feel happy for you. It's like, are you jealous? It's like you're dating your hater.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lily, she was married to a hater.
Oh.
So she goes, and he was kind of like, oh, that's weird. Kind of like, you don't deserve it. Why would you be in the West End? Anyway, she goes to London, blah, 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 blah. While she's in London, he calls her one day and he's like, hey, let's open our marriage up.
Oh.
Yeah, great reaction. And she's like, oh, I don't want that. But hey, if that's what it takes, sure. And she was like, did this have to be a phone call? Could we not?
Yeah, this is
We do this face to face.
Yeah. Come to find out, the whole album just says that he didn't just open it; he spread it.
He spread it far and wide.
He did all of the disrespectful things
God.
and was just a madman. And she just lets It's so specific. I wonder if Madeline's a real person because she talks about who the fuck
I
is Madeline.
reckon so.
And yeah. And she's so
But
specific.
That's
in
the
it.
rawness of music that I love.
Yeah, same.
That I think is like, obviously, because Lily hasn't put out a song for probably like 7 years.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I really like artists who do that. That's just, I just really
do
love
that,
that.
though?
No, I mean, I've got an album out, and my last album came out last year. But after this, I will sort of take a moment.
I'm saying you do that in your music.
Oh, storytelling.
Yeah. You storytell really, really well.
I'm really I like to talk about very specific situations and speak about them in a way that people can relate their own stories to them.
Yeah.
But I like songs that are about specific things. I don't really love, like they say that there's two different types of listeners. You're either a lyrics person or you're a beat person. I've always been a lyrics
That's
person.
like when they
I'm a
say
beat.
white people dance to the lyrics and not the beat.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do when I'm clubbing is my white girl dance.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
White girl
What's
dance.
yours? How does it go?
So
Mine goes,
white girl.
You
It's
just
the
touch your
same.
hair.
It's the same. My girl dances there. And just offbeat.
I love this.
I like
oh my
dancing
God,
off
I
beat
love this song.
sometimes.
It could be Burner Boy. That's it.
It depends on where I am.
I love it. It's my favourite thing. When I want to let it.
I'm also free. Like,
When I want to
I
let
don't have to
go.
know all the
have to be on
dances.
beat.
I don't have
Thank
to be
God.
on beat.
When I just want to be
that's it.
free.
I don't have to do leg work. I can just be free.
No,
and
I'm
wave
the
my hands
opposite,
in
you
the
know.
air.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
Like, I like to show off my skills when I'm in an environment, when I'm around people that don't know what they're doing. That's when I start doing the moves.
No, I like to join in.
And I start going in.
I can't. I feel really aware of myself. If I go clubbing and I like attempt to dance, like my friends will be like, "Come on, just let loose, like try it." I'm like, "Well, I can't twerk, so
can't either,
I
don't worry,
attempt, nothing moves." And so I end up just doing like a little two-step. Or if I know the song, I mime the song intensely.
Okay,
that's
okay.
my bag. I'll mime the song intensely, and if I don't know the song, I just revert back to just going like that and be like,
What does your white girl dance?
"Yeah, I can do my white girl dance." When
It's
if
so
I'm drunk
nice.
enough, I'll do my white girl.
Yeah,
dance.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm only a good dancer when I'm drunk and in heels. I can't dance in flats. Interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't really be dancing in flats. There'd be
can't
no
dance in flats.
reason unless I was
If
like
I'm
at a
dancing, I'll do
concert.
like the High School Musical dance.
What is the High School Music dance?
Or me and my sister will do like a dance off together, but that's only if we lock eyes at the right moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we look at each other and we're like, it's okay, it's time to do
Let's
a
go.
dance off.
Okay.
And we'll lock in and it'll be like step up.
I support that.
Yeah.
What song of yours would you say is the most personal story to you? And what's the song and what's the story?
Ooh. I see there's one I'd love to say, but I signed an NDA.
Oh.
Wait, who made you do that?
I know.
What, the person you wrote it about?
Wicked human.
Wait, so you can't.
Oh, wait, this sounds like a story.
If you write a story if you write a song about me, I can say that you can never say it's about me.
No, but you can't say the person's name or like, but you can say like the experience, like, my song is I'm talking about taking the high road.
So you can't talk about the song, but people can listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I give a nice little preface, like of the song, but I'm not allowed to go into detail.
Okay, what's
So jarring.
okay.
That means it's
But
juicy.
other than that, I'd probably say, oh gosh, what's a good one of my songs that's the most personal? What would you think? I don't know. They're all quite personal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a song on my album called Come Home, and that's very descriptive of like how my granddad passed away. So like the first verse is like talking about when we were in Wales and he made us all hold hands because he knew, like, and then I sort of question it and go, oh, did you know that you were passing away, or like did you just want us all there? And it was like how my grandma always thinks when someone goes, God is saying like, you've done everything that you needed to do here, so it's time for you to come home. So it's like a very, or there's another song on the album called I Hope It's Me, and it's very
Pick me of you, gosh.
yeah yeah, it's very like hopeless romantic ending of a first love relationship where you just think that you're like gonna cross paths again, and it's very like you could go meet someone else, you could do whatever you want, but I hope in the end it's me.
Yeah.
So that one's like uncomfortable to listen to because I'm like,
Do you still
what?
hope it's you?
No. I think it's like life, man. I don't hope it's me. I just want everybody to be happy. Live life, love. Live, love,
Yeah, be
love.
happy. Just be happy.
Just want everyone to be happy. But I love that song. There's loads of, actually, this album is very like, there's a song called Small Talk, and it's like very neurodivergent of me, but I really, really struggled with the dynamic shift of a breakup. Like going from being able to say I love you, and then you can still see the text of saying I love you, and then the next day you're just not allowed to do that anymore because of a conversation that you had. I really struggled
So do I.
with the...
What I struggle with, why do you get your way? So if you want to break up with me and I don't want to break up, why can't I get my way? I find this so confusing. Okay, you want this, I want this. Why do you have to win? Why can't I win?
That's why I find it so funny when people are like, yeah, I tried to break up with them, and they were just like, no.
I do it because like,
No, you're not
that's
allowed.
not what I want actually. No.
Do you know what saying I think is so stupid? If you love them, let them go.
I hate it. Hold on to them tightly and
Yeah,
pray
because
they never leave you.
that's dumb. Like, nah, if you I feel like if you really love someone, you can't just let them go. You're gonna put up a bit of a fight. Do you know what I mean?
But it's that thing of I hope it's you, because it finishes with, if you love somebody, let them go, and then if they come,
if they don't come back, it wasn't love.
Yeah. So it's still that, like, you're letting go with the hope that, like, you're gonna come back one day.
So sort of releasing them, and trusting that maybe your paths will cross.
No, but still fight a little bit before you put them back out into the world.
I don't necessarily believe in that, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I believe in that. No, if you love somebody, let them. I think you have to let them go. I think if you're going through a breakup, you have to release them in order to move forward.
Yeah,
if they want to go, then fair.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
don't look at their stuff.
A bit of a fight.
Leave them alone.
But do you know what I do, which is probably really unhealthy in those kind of situations? I can reread a conversation over and over. Like, to the point where I can scroll back in my phone and know exactly when to kind of stop to get to a certain, like, you know, in the media.
Yeah.
And I know that I want to go back to, let's just say 2013, and I'll be like, stop, and I'll be pretty accurate.
That's why I delete texts.
Do you delete everything? I delete
everything because I know what I'm like.
I keep everything for receipts.
I delete them, or I archive chats, or I like. I can't see it. If
you
I
have
see
to
it,
not
it makes
exist
me.
in that. Yeah.
You have to
I
not
think what
exist.
always makes you sad is, well, me anyways, when they keep going lower in your conversation, like someone that's always there, and you just see that, like, the less you talk to them, the lower they go. You're like, oh my God,
that's
like,
really sad, because I always have the same top 4 people, and just in rotation. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's
why
true.
you just have to delete it
and just let it go.
You just have to delete. My thing is, I like out of sight, out of mind. So I just like, I was very good at, and I'm very good at, like, I just.
Are you not an overthinker at all?
I am, but like when I was going through my breakup and grief at the same time, it was like I had just a massive spiritual awakening where I was really trying to develop my relationship with myself. And as I was doing that, I was like, if we look at their stuff, it's just going to upset us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to upset myself.
Yeah.
So if we just don't look, eventually it will get too long. And then looking will send you into an absolute spiral. So just don't look at all.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I think maybe it's my autistic brain that's good at being like, those are the rules that I've set for myself. And I just abide by it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Whereas some people might be like, oh, I just want to like
just
have a little look just to see. But it will just remind me that I'm not in that person's life anymore, and only make me upset.
And then if I see something and then I want to be like, oh, you did this. And I was like, oh, I can't even ask them
you're not allowed to have a say. So
I don't want to look at their socials, but I will reread conversations because I know it was a conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like reading a book of my own life kind of thing.
Do you ever watch your story back if someone replies to it?
I watch my story back anyway.
All the time.
I watch my story back even if
no
one replies.
Emotional when it's like, God, it's on the 23rd hour.
I know.
It's going to go soon. It's going to go soon. And I can't go back to revisit it. I watch my story more than I watch anybody else's.
Same. I watch myself. I'm like, oh my God, I had me a good time.
But if someone replies to my story and they're like, oh my gosh, love this. And I'm like,
oh let me see it from their lens.
Oh my God, same. Like, what did you see? I didn't notice that, actually. Yeah. That's why I love that Ariana Grande song, POV. It's one of my favourite songs. It's really...
From your point of view. What a tune. That album is a crazy album.
That gave me chills when you sang that. So do it again.
No, because now I have to sing that.
Okay.
Love to sing it from your point of view.
I want to love you the way that you love me.
You like Safety Net?
No, not really. And all of my ugly too.
Yeah,
Love to sing it from your point of view.
Wrap it up.
But tell us about the album. When is it out? Blah, 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 blah. All those stuff.
Well, I think by the time this comes out, the album will be
out.
out.
What's it
comes
called?
out on Friday.
Oh, amazing.
Cat House?
I glitched. Me.
The Cat House.
It's actually called The Cat House. Out on Halloween. No, it's called How to Be Human.
How to Be Human.
And it basically is the last year of my life from April to April. So it documents grief and heartbreak.
Okay.
And it's
been a tough year.
It's been a tough year, but it was so needed. Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously my dad passing away, that was quite, like, obviously hard. But I kind of felt like I sort of skated through life a little bit easy. I didn't really have any hardships yet.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, aside from sort of being a black woman, but you know, but when I like lost my granddad and then went through my first relationship ending, I was like, okay, this is a defining moment in my life. How am I going to get through this? Am I going to stay in this hole or am I going to come out of it? And I just documented it in video form, but then had sessions going on at the same time and was like, maybe I should just do an album where I just talk about how I process the whole thing. And then it came to be. The first half is very sad. and it's very emotional. And then the second half is like fun.
Okay, fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you and so very, very proud of you. But also, I can't let you go without asking, why do you think the faithfuls on the Traitors are so shit? Do you know they're the worst in history? No, they are
They are.
They are the worst.
Yeah.
What is it that
I'm behind?
Because obviously, because we're watching, we're like, come on, it's so obvious. Is it not that obvious in the house? I mean,
it's hard from my lens.
yeah, because
But I think, like you can see it on the show, they just are not going based on the clues on the game.
Yeah.
They're going based on who they think could be one, rather than the clues given in the game. The only person that went for the clues in the game was Claire. She was like, guys, okay, Paloma's been murdered. Who could it have been? Who's the closest person to her? Like, she was playing the game.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
nah. Alan's lovely. He giggles.
Yeah.
Alan is telling people I am a traitor. He would just giggle. I'm like, can't you see what this man is doing?
but because he just giggles anyway.
Oh,
though.
okay,
How
okay.
did you
Just the
keep a straight
giggling.
face filming with him? He's just
didn't.
so funny.
I didn't. Every
my
clip you
God.
see, he just makes me laugh.
Yeah,
You're
He's-
so good at it. I thought they want to catch you. Was it he was that guy? He got voted out anyway. I want to call him Mickey, but that is not that man's name.
got voted out?
Mark, yeah. I don't know why I went to call Mark Mickey.
Oh,
But
bless Mark. Do you know what? It was so funny because
Such
when I
a
watched it
draw out.
back, I was in my own world. I was just sort of like not.
because they don't suspect you at all.
I mean, I think it's because I like the round table. I really struggled with. Like, I was the youngest there. You've just got people. There was so many more years on me who just able to just
Be confident. Yeah.
And obviously, as a traitor, when you're speaking up to go and accuse someone, it's quite difficult because you know that it's not them. So I found it really, really hard. So I was like, okay, round tables are not my bag. But what is my bag is the daytime.
Yeah.
So I would just yap. I would say what names I thought. I would talk about everything. So that's why when people are like, oh, you're a bit quiet at the round table, you know, how is she getting away with it? I'm thinking, it's just because I talk during the day.
Yeah, oh, right.
As long
okay,
as you
yeah,
talk,
yeah.
whereas there's old seasons of, there was one young girl as well, I think season 1, she didn't talk at all. She just was like, I don't know who it could be. And I was like, no,
yeah,
you
yeah,
still
yeah.
have to say, but I kind of just said, well, I'm like young.
When you got that tap on the back, what were you thinking? Are you thinking, I've got to sit still, don't react too much?
Yeah, because my mouth, I didn't move a muscle. Like when she tapped me, I was just like, if you move or do anything, someone's gonna clock it to you.
Yeah.
So just keep completely still. Just lock in now, just lock in. And then when we were taking our blindfolds off, I was like, God, how do you take off your blindfold? You go, so I was just kind of like,
That to be normal.
oh, it's so bright. Oh gosh. And then I was just like trying to like not look at everybody too much. I was just sort of like,
No, that is pressure.
it was it's that first day I was shook. I was walking around like, oh my god.
Did you know a lot of the celebrities?
Not
This lineup
properly.
is very famous.
Oh,
Like, there's a
okay.
lot of
I
very
didn't
famous
really
people.
like. I only knew Stephen Fry from like the Calm app, like telling bedtime stories, and then like Alan Carr, love Alan Carr,
Yeah.
obviously, Jonathan Ross, and then the comedians I didn't really know. I only knew Joe Wilkinson from watching Last One Laughing, and I found him hilarious.
Yeah.
And then same with Lucy. Everyone else I didn't really know.
Also, outfits are yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan Ross's style is eccentric.
Yeah, and he dresses
Yeah,
the
he's-
same.
Because it's
like,
really fascinating. No, he doesn't. So you're just used to seeing him in a suit. You
Yeah.
think that's no. He'll wear like an army jumpsuit.
He's a
He's
really
got a really eccentric
eccentric
guy.
He's
yeah,
really like, and he's just a really progressive man.
really.
He's really, really progressive. Like he's just. But I mean, with the different types of guests,
With
he would
what
have
he does,
to
you
go
can't talk
anyway.
to so many people.
Yeah.
about
But
it not.
we
yeah.
would have like lots and lots of conversations just about life and social politics and loads of things. And he's a really like progressive man.
Oh, dope.
Oh,
That's good to know.
nice.
Love him down.
Did you win?
I don't want to know. I'm behind. I'm only on
Honestly,
episode 3.
Jose.
You're only on episode 3.
I'm only on episode 3 because I watched it with my husband. That's the only thing we watch together.
So what's
And
that, The Cabin?
We don't play about traitors, about missing it. So it's
Have
like we
you
can't
watched
cheat.
episode 3 or you're about to watch?
I've
episode
watched episode 3.
So
you
you've
know
seen The
what's-
Cabin and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
It's that I forget how dark Traitors is. All of that
Yeah.
sit in a coffin, all of that. I
Yeah,
don't
that's a
know.
bit too
That's
much,
a bit
you
too
know.
much, man.
The
Like, what do you
activities,
mean?
I have to
Yeah,
stand on the
It's quite
sideline.
devilish, isn't it, a little bit?
It was a
Yeah.
bit dark. It was a bit dark. But the show is, because you get murdered in the night.
Yeah,
But it was like so fun.
I'll be so pissed if I got murdered. If they called me to come read that letter, I would do a
same.
I would do a
I'm not
scene. I'll be like, you have to physically remove me from this castle. I am not going. I am not a traitor. It's not
Yeah, no
fair.
one wanted to go first.
Put me back.
Yeah,
No
no,
one
what
wanted to
Alan
go
did to
first.
Paloma was crazy work.
Don't tell me I
Do you
haven't
know
seen
what?
it.
In his defense,
You have seen it. You have seen episode 1 when he taps her, kills her straight away.
What?
Alan got the first episode. I don't know where you were
you
sleeping
sure?
at. Yes.
She's still in it. What I'm watching.
eh? Then
She
you're,
has-
then
maybe you
you're
don't know
not on
who- she doesn't
episode
know who
3.
Paloma Faith is. That's him.
The singer, the eccentric singer.
Yeah.
She's not there.
I don't know where you are
Not
because
in
she went on the
episode
first
three.
Maybe I'm not on
episode.
episode
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Maybe I'm
But
still
it's
at the beginning
the
of
first
episode
episode is like
1.
an hour and 50.
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
long.
Oh, maybe I'm still on
long.
episode 1 then.
Yeah, the first episode's long. Yeah.
She's definitely still there.
Yeah, no. It's,
Okay, I haven't got to episode 3.
It's just a mad show.
Is it more emotional than what you think it would be? Or are you like, I don't care, it's a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have
I'm
that.
just I went in being like, this is just like, I've always wanted to play this game.
Yeah.
And if whether I was made a faithful or a traitor, I was like, if I made a faithful, I just want to really be able to see if I can notice people's body language and just see if I can work it out. And then as a traitor, I was just like, I just want to see if I can lie, if I can use sort of my advantages of life in this game.
Yeah.
I just don't like the pleading of it all being a faithful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
There's too
yeah.
much pleading. I'm innocent. Like, oh, that's long.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
then,
wanna
but
plead
then
all the time.
it's in your favor or not, because someone could be like, Audrey, I think it's you. And you could be like, well, you can think what you want. I know it's not
I
me.
think that's what I'll be like as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. If that's what you think, that's what
Do you know
think.
what my bag would be? Just wait until you kill me and see what happens.
Yeah.
Kill me
Watching
and
it,
see what
just
happens.
watching it.
Just exactly. You're
Yeah,
gonna feel
yeah,
so
yeah.
stupid.
You're so
You're gonna
dumb.
feel so stupid.
Yeah.
And then getting to reveal it. That's one thing I want to do so badly.
Like,
I was a faithful.
I don't know how I'd play the game.
Is that how
actually.
you'd say it?
Yeah, I'd be like, guys, I've loved it. It's been amazing. I really want you guys to be successful, but I am a faithful. And I just run. That's exactly what I would do. I just run out.
Do you think you'd be able to work it out? Like it
Nah,
was.
I'd be having too much fun just in
Just
general.
frolicking around.
Like I would just
The
be
thing
being
is, I
silly.
wouldn't have fun because I'll be so dead set on figuring out who it is. I'll be watching everything.
Yeah, those roundtables, people like staring.
Yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
like,
It
staring
seems
at
so intense.
everything.
Yeah.
So if I was a faithful listener, I was like, well, you see, how do you feel dumb in it?
Yeah.
Dumb in it. Like, I'm a faithful. But I'd want to be a traitor because I think that's when you get to play the game. Because I think if you're a faithful, you don't actually get to play the game.
Well, I think it was made by this, like a Norwegian guy.
yeah.
And his theory was, is it better to be in a small group of knowing or a large group of not knowing? And then that's sort of how the game plays.
Interesting.
Okay, so on a micro and like on a bigger level, what do you think? Do you think it's better to be in a group of knowing or a small group of knowing or a bigger group of not knowing?
I think it's always better to know. I think it's always better to know.
So I'm thinking about, you're talking about societally, right? You are the small group of the MI5 that knows this thing compared to the general public.
Oh. Not no.
No, I think so.
ignorance
as
is
well.
I kind of like
That's
ignorance from somewhere.
In
Yeah.
a general, bigger, like
'cause even-
societal
yeah,
way.
'cause even those
I don't want to be
people-
part of the MI5 that knows all the security.
yeah,
anyway.
I
actually
No,
don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Sort of lots of things.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like one of my friends was like, "Oh, if someone cheated on you, would you want to know?" No.
I don't want to know. If I find out, I find out. But also,
But don't tell me then. I don't want to know.
But just even
I don't
people
like
that are
confessions.
just-
You've really ruined my day now. This is not how I want my day to go.
Yeah.
And now you sat me down and be like, babe, I need to tell you something. You don't need to tell me.
Yeah.
But even
Either live
people-
with the guilt or break up with me.
Yeah,
But you don't need to tell me.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
would
yeah.
you inflict that on someone just going about their day? I think it's cowardly. I think it's cowardly to confess stuff. I really do. Like, don't put that on me.
And often they're like, oh, I feel better for saying to you.
Of course you
But
do.
how
'Cause
do I
yeah,
feel?
exactly.
You feel
I
that
don't wanna
shit.
know.
You've only shifted it to me.
Yeah.
That's why you feel so good and clear.
And
Like,
now
now
I
I feel
have
like
to make a
fucking
decision
shit.
if I'm going to stay or
Exactly.
leave. Now you've ruined my whole
All
day.
I was thinking about was what was for dinner. Now I've got to make a life decision. Thanks. Yeah.
I don't want to know a
You're
thing.
ruining it.
You're
Don't tell
ruining
me.
it. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, Kat, you've got to go.
Oh,
Because you got rehearsals and you've got things to do.
I'm
Thank you
busy.
so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I listen to you guys all the time.
Thank you so much for listening.
In the car,
welcome.
driving.
I love
laughing
your
to
It's been a
music.
long time coming as well. So
Yeah. Thank you for
And
having me.
you're amazing.
Thank
Love
you.
And welcome, well done on the blusher placement.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, our guest has left. Unfortunately, Kat couldn't do dilemmas with us.
God bless her.
So we're here to do your dilemma. Some of you said you have missed a long-winded one. So here we are.
Let's
First
go.
dilemma. Hello, ladies. I started listening to you guys at the start of the year, and I can't begin to explain how much your podcast helped me survive long hours at my internship. I'm so grateful for the space you've created for young Black women like me to share our problems. I constantly had to excuse myself from my desk to have a good laugh at some dilemmas. I guess someone will be laughing at mine today. Such is life, baby. Anyways, may God continually bless you and all that you do. I've been putting off writing this email to your podcast because I wasn't ready to be vulnerable and expose my biggest insecurity. I'm so sorry for how long this is, but permit me to rant openly.
Okay.
Granted. For context, I'm a 21-year-old Nigerian female in university. I had a lumpectomy about 6 years ago when I was 15. Let's just say the doctor did a stupid job that left a huge scar on my breast, and I've attached a picture below. Literally dreading your reaction to this. Sorry, do you think we are monsters?
Exactly.
How would you react badly to that? And also, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. Like I said, at the time, I was 15, naive, and didn't think much of it. But now I'm a little bit older and aware of my body. I'm so angry, gutted, and literally hate the sight of my right breast. I keep wishing I could go back in time and never did the surgery after all. It was benign, not cancerous. Few months after the surgery, the same stupid doctor said that I should do a laser something procedure, honestly can't remember, to reduce the scar appearance. But my sweet dad was too scared to give his consent because the healing process for my surgery itself took too long. And I also had to move to Canada for university in a month. It has held me back in so many ways that I can admit. For one, because of the scar starts at the top, I'm unable to wear certain cute outfits I'd like to wear. And if I must wear it, I always have to apply makeup to cover it, which also ruins the top later on. I like to consider myself a girl with a nice body and curve, as my friends say. And while I'm not trying to be immodest or indecent, you can be all of that. I just want to be able to buy clothes I like without checking to see if I reveal my scar, and also found it hard to go swimming, a sport I recently started learning and enjoying, because all the swimming trunks I like also tend to show the breast and even slightly. I'm super conscious now and my self-esteem keeps declining by the day. Secondly, I hate to admit to myself and my friends when they ask me why I reject guys, but this has also limited me from dating because I'm low-key scared of a guy's reaction to it if ever we got intimate. And I'm also so quick to tell potential boyfriends that I'm celibate and wait until marriage. And while this is partly true, the scar is a huge factor behind my reason for not wanting to have sex. I still get really paranoid to change in front of even my close friends, maybe in a group hangout, and they all know about my scar already. What makes it worse is that the lump came back again, so the whole surgery was pointless after all. I wish my parents were not so bothered about it leading to cancer back then as to deter me from going under the knife in the first place. And before you suggest a scar revision, I have literally done everything within my power and finance to see if the scar can be removed or reduced at least. I spent money on creams and also visited an esthetician, and their recommendation does not look promising. One literally told me she's not sure what she wants to do will work, and I'm honestly scared to take any more risk. Because of how small my city is, there's only one plastic surgeon and the wait list is till eternity. And I don't know when it will be my turn. I'm also sure it would also cost an arm and a leg. While my dad is willing to support me financially with this, I am also aware that the financial challenges he's facing that also sponsoring my other siblings abroad and back in Nigeria. So ladies, please help me. What do you think about my situation? And please don't tell me it's nothing or it's not serious, because it's really made me feel out of place. Should I just accept that this may be how my breasts will look forever and kiss any thoughts of relationship goodbye and just keep it moving? How do I build my self-confidence back with the scar? Or is there anything stronger than foundation to cover it up? Or does anyone in the audience have a doctor they know or any solid advice? Please, I'm genuinely open to hearing your thoughts and suggestions. Thank you for hearing me out. My goodness, I already feel so relieved. I am so happy that writing that out has made you feel so relieved. And also, there is no reason why anyone will laugh at this dilemma. There's no reason why we would react badly to your picture, to your scar. I would never undermine what you're feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I think like how you feel, people who don't have glaring scars have insecurities about their bodies. People who have a small scar have insecurities about their bodies, let alone something that was at 15 years old to go through that is huge.
That doctor is ragged.
Like, it is huge. And I know you're like, oh, I wish. But also like, give yourself grace and your parents grace, because the worst case scenario is cancer, and it was looked like they thought it could have been. So I do think you should forgive yourself and your parents for choosing that, because everybody was just trying to look after you in the grand scheme of things and didn't want you to have to go through something so horrendous as cancer. So I do think like possibly the best thing was done, or what everybody thought was best was done at the time. So do forgive yourself and your parents for that, and even the doctor, right? Like a horrendous job was done. You're now left with this thing for years, and I think it's just about building a relationship with your body. Like I'm going to talk to you like about it, like anybody who has like huge insecurities about their body. I say this all the time on this podcast about one of my favorite things to do when referring to my body is see it as my home. It houses me, it houses all my emotions, it houses all of my great bits and all that I am. So to hate it is silly, because it does so much good for me, right? And even see the scars that like the healing process that the markets left is your body doing work. Like it's your body did what it had to do and it put you back together. Like when we scar, it's literally your body healing itself. So it's healed you from this like massive surgery. And again, it sounds like I'm saying fluffy things and see it as a badge of honor. Yes, I completely understand why this will make you insecure about getting dressed in front of people. This will make you insecure about a partner. I want it to less make you insecure about men and partners, because men will fuck a hole in the wall.
Quite literally.
So
you're holding them to a way higher of a standard.
I always think that's an important thing to learn, to remember when it comes to them. Like they will fuck a hole in the wall. They fucked up BBLs that look like fork pitches.
Exactly.
Like as in like it's like obviously you're going to feel away, but I do think when and if you're ready to sleep with someone, you're going to feel confident enough with them already to have got to that point that hopefully they make you feel safe. And I pray you're with the partner that makes you feel safe and makes you feel okay with sharing your body, flaws and all, flaws in quotation marks and all. I just want you to practice like loving on your body, and it's gonna take a while because it's something that you cannot change. I don't even have advice to tell you. There's no magic cream. If there was, someone would have suggested it to you years ago, right? There is no magic cream. I think what you have at the moment is wait on the list with the plastic surgery until it is your turn and until you are able to financially afford it and do something about it. But for now, it's something you have to learn to live with and realize that this mark on your body is not the whole of you. You are so much more than this scar. Even if it just takes you doing like the cringeworthy things of just sitting in the mirror and staring at it, right? Like don't make it bigger than who you are. Don't make it all that you are. You are so much more. Like you said, you're a fine girl with curves.
Period.
Let's concentrate on them things. Like, you know, and like, I think sometimes when you're seeing your bad bit, right, you forget that people love you and fuck with you, you know? As in like, this bad thing that you're seeing is actually not what other people are seeing with you. There's this exercise that people do where it's like, they get people to write down, like, I am like all of the worst things they say to them. I am stupid, I am fat, I am ugly, I've got this ugly scar, whatever. And then they tell you to read that thing, but be like, Audrey's stupid, Audrey's fat, Audrey's got stupid. And you're like, you would never say that to that person.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And also you probably haven't even noticed that about that person, right? So wear your low cut tops. Wear, like I said, so what? People have scars, people have marks, people have disabilities, people have so many things that like, it's so much bigger. I was talking to my friend the other day, he listens to this actually, and he was saying to me how like, he was like, he fixed his biggest insecurity and no one's clocked it. No one's clocked it.
No one's even noticed that it's
like,
changed.
Nobody has said to me, oh, you've done this thing. He was like, absolutely nobody has seen it. So it's bigger to you than it is to anybody else.
Interesting.
Like, you know, it's the same as like, not the same, but like you just post an Instagram picture and you've seen everything that's wrong with that. And everyone's like,
everyone's just liking it.
There's nothing wrong with this picture.
Yeah.
So I think you like, and rightly so, it's a big deal to you. You're seeing it every day, but I don't want it to deter you from everything else that you are.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've got no notes, basically. I definitely, I mean, we would definitely never minimize it, you know, and I think self-image is a big thing. Like it is something it is a big thing, especially in the world that we live in now. Like there's no world in which we were going to be like, oh, it doesn't matter, looks don't matter, because that's simply not true. But I totally agree with what Tolly said. Like, I feel like sometimes if you wear something, it becomes a part of who you are. And then you end up projecting it to a world of people that probably wouldn't even have clocked that. If you draw enough attention to something, people will notice. If you act like it's not a thing, people will also give you the same respect. And I totally agree with men. I don't think that like holding them to a standard, that holding them to some high regard, as if to say like, they care about stuff like that. I promise you, they do not. Like, they really, really don't. And again, to echo what Tolly said, like when you're sleeping with someone, if this is going to be something that makes you a bit more cautious about who you give yourself to, because it is a big thing that you feel insecure about, then actually it's kind of acting as a bit of a filter, because you don't want to give yourself to people that would have a judgment about that anyway. Like the amount of things, like back in the day with guys or whatever, I used to do it as a defense mechanism. So like I would say an insecurity out loud, so that I was almost like jumping ahead of a problem. But 9 times out of 10, they would have been like, oh, rah, like swear down. Like they wouldn't even have clocked in the first place. And so since then I've learned to just keep my mouth shut about certain things and like not to lament on it. And like, of course, talk about your feelings towards it, because the whole thing is very traumatic. But I just don't think that you should worry too much about sexual relationships and sexual partners, because anyone that is mature and ready to have that kind of relationship will not use this against you. And so, yeah, I just think, own it. It's definitely a part of your story. Scars are part of your story as well. It's something that you went through and now you're on the other side of it. And it is a shame that it went down that way. But the main thing is that you're here, you're healthy, and you're well. And I definitely think that you can have all of these sentiments and still be practical. Yeah. That if you're like, I'm hell bent on getting rid of this thing, then absolutely, like Toddy said, add your name to that list, save up. And if you can go to a surgeon sooner, then do that. So you're working towards something. So you've got something practical that you're working towards in terms of fixing this thing. But in the meantime, learn how to accept it for now, because this is very much the now, and you don't want to stress yourself out about something that isn't possible currently. But I just feel like it feels good to have something that you're working towards in the background. But yeah, until you get there, just own it. Yeah.
And also, I want you to do an exercise, right? Find a top that you like. You've already like that style of top that is you always like tops like that, whatever. Buy it. And even if all you do is wear it around the house until you feel confident to take it out, just buy that top and wear it in the house. Get used to seeing yourself in it. It's probably not as bad as what you've imagined. Just as a physical exercise to do, and just to get you used to seeing yourself. If there's a style of top, a style of swimwear, whatever that you always liked, buy it and just wear it.
Yeah.
Wear it around the house. So you're confident to wear it to your friend's house. Then you're confident to wear it to a gathering. Then you're confident to wear it. Just practice those things. I think words are all good and dandy, but I think sometimes there is something in actually physically doing something as well.
Yeah. The practical and the theory.
And I think from what I been told, it's like, I don't think your whole breast has been taken out. I think it's when they take some tissue out to actually check for cancer.
Right. Okay.
So what it is the scar that's been left on there. But yeah, like I said, wear the top, feel confident in it, and just get used to seeing yourself in a certain way. I probably walk past people with scars all the time. And I can't even tell you.
Honestly,
people don't care as deeply as what we think they do.
Yeah.
It's us that sees more of these things about ourselves than anybody else does. So wear the top, get confident. In fact, bill me for the top. Send me the top you want. I'll get you the top.
Aww.
And just wear it around.
Yeah.
Cap the designer in it. Like, don't.
Yeah, exactly,
don't let it be. Don't be silly. Please. All right, next dilemma.
Next dilemma. Okay. I'm not the love of my wife's life. Hi, Tolly and Audrey.
Hello.
My sister put me onto your podcast years ago, and I've been a faithful listener since then.
Thank you.
I have an issue that I need a woman's perspective on.
Let's hear it.
My wife and I have been married for 5 years, together for 7, and we have 2 children. While at my wife's family house, I overheard my wife having a conversation with her 23-year-old niece about love and dating.
Okay.
Her niece was talking about her dating life, the guys she's seeing, the pros and cons of each one. During this conversation, I heard my wife say, all of these guys are just excitement, but you need to start preparing for someone she can marry. She then went on to say how it's very rare that the love of your life will also be marriage material, and how she had a great love where it was about sex and excitement, but marriage was never on the cards, and how ultimately she settled down with the person who was good for marriage. Damn. Hearing this got me in my feelings, understandably. My wife is the love of my life, but it sounds like I'm not hers. Up until this point, we've had what I thought was a very good marriage. Now I feel like she's fake. Our marriage has been a lie, and that I've spent 7 years with someone who settled for me because the guy she really wanted didn't want to marry her. I'm struggling to look past what she said, and I've gone from being a happy husband and father to now feeling used. I've tried to ignore the comments, but I feel I need to ask her about it, but don't know how to go about it.
Your marriage is definitely hasn't been a lie.
Definitely not.
I get what she's saying, but I absolutely get why that would rock my world.
yeah,
if I heard
that would
someone
rattle
say
me
that
if I
about me,
heard
right?
that. Yeah.
So it's not like your marriage is not a lie. Your marriage is built on the foundation you believe it's built on. Your wife does love you, and you were the right person she met when she was ready to.
That's what we say about men, isn't it?
How can I say this? I truly do believe that it's not like out of lack of love. I think this woman loves him. Fuck off!
No, I agree. I'm agreeing.
Because I do think a lot of people do feel this about their spouses. We had show them camp say, come here and said the same thing. It was like, hey, you marry who is good to marry, you don't marry.
You're spun because it's the other way around, isn't it?
I'm just thinking if I overheard my husband say to his friends,
I just
married who was there when I was ready to marry.
I've got a theory that I actually think is quite accurate. It's not even a theory. I think that when you're advising someone younger, sometimes you have to like simplify things.
Yeah.
And so I think she's drawing on herself to humanize the situation, to make it a bit more relatable. I don't think it's necessarily true to your life story or your marriage or anything like that. I think she's just trying to put herself in the conversation so that her niece can understand what she's saying a bit more. And I really don't think it's anything more or less. I don't think that it has any bearing on your relationship. Yeah. And also that is not a bad thing. I think that like the idea of like settling down and stuff like that has been kind of like reframed to be a really bad thing. It is not the worst thing. Like when I think of like finding the person you settle down with, to me, that just means like the person that you're comfortable with, the person that you
want to do life with.
You want to do life with. And to me, that is far more fulfilling.
That's the greatest honor.
Yeah, that is the greatest honor. That is far more fulfilling to me to know that someone actually saw me as someone that and it's got nothing to do with love. I think that like love is like an extra part.
I think you're hearing it, she doesn't love you, and that's not what
exactly. I think he's conflating it with she doesn't love me, and I think your wife does love you. I think she's very much in love with you. You just also happen to be someone that's stable and reliable, and you provide security, and that's why she married you. And that's what ultimately, when people, you've got the end goal of marriage, that's what you want in someone. And for me, that's far more credible than just being a good fuck buddy and not having the qualities of someone that I could do life with. Yeah. But I understand why hearing that, I understand why you would internalize it and feel shitty about it.
And I think you're hearing it on a very base level. You're hearing it like, oh, not everyone ends up the love of their life. I just married this man. And I don't think the intent of it was that. I think she's advising her niece to be like, all these boys that you're chasing around and it feels passionate. I think maybe the word Polly was looking for was passionate. It feels passionate and it feels like, but that's actually not what's good for you. What's good for you is someone who you want to have. Look, she's had her children with you. She's married to you for 7 years. She actually trusts her whole life with you. I think that is a bigger foundation than some like hot trotting person that I was passionate about and I just wanted to run around with. And it was never a case of they didn't want her. It was she probably, when she sat down and sat to herself, it's like, this is not what I want with my life. I actually want someone who is mine, who I feel, I think people underestimate feeling safe with someone.
Yeah.
Like to feel safe with someone, I think overrides all of this passion talk or whatever. But I think because the version of yours, so look, I think you can be in a relationship and a woman loves you because of this, but you love her because I think different partners can love because of different reasons. I'm here because I'm safe, I'm happy, I want to build a life with you, I want to have my children with you, I want to grow old with you. And you're here because, hey, you think I'm a little sexy thing and like you also want to do life with me. But for me, you're like, we both have different reasons, but the core of it is we love each other and we pick each other every single day. And for the last 7 years, your wife has consistently picked you. So I don't think you should see this as like, there is no love here, whatever. It's your ego. Your ego wants, you also want to be the hot guy who she was chasing around town with, who called her at 2 a.m. and she would run to go meet or whatever. That's your ego talking. But at the very base of it, you know what your marriage is. You know how your wife feels for you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with bringing it up to her.
Same,
because I think she should just explain it. Like, oh, babe, it's not like that.
Exactly. I definitely think
I would ask her. I was like, oh, babe, I know I've been a bit quiet lately, but like I overheard your conversation with Julie when you were saying that, like, blah, 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 blah. And I got my feelings a little bit.
Yeah, I think she'll be mortified to know that she's hurt.
Like, oh my God, I did not mean it like that.
I think she'll be mortified to feel like she's hurt your feelings. And definitely, like, there's only so much we can say. She can give a much better, more detailed explanation about all the reasons why she loves you and all the rest of it. But yeah, I think definitely talk to her. Like, don't try and morph into that guy. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes people be doing things like that. Like, go and buy a leather jacket and
No, I
Don't
actually
do that.
do believe you are the love of her life.
same.
Like, women have choice. We
Same.
don't just marry because, I guess this will do.
Yeah,
Like, she could have still
exactly.
said no to you.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Right, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
Okay, dear Tolly and Audrey, thank you for creating this wonderful podcast. You're both so inspiring, beautiful and real women whom I've learnt so much from. May God
Period.
continue to bless all your efforts, and I wish you all the joy and all things good always.
Amen.
My dilemma, I come from a small family of 4. My parents and my younger brother. As the eldest child and a daughter in a West African household, I've always understood my role in the family, particularly to my younger brother who is currently in his late 20s. Look out for him, support him. We've always been close. In fact, I consider him one of my best friends. At least I used to, but lately, I don't know, he's really changed. Let's call him Frank. Frank got his first girlfriend / real relationship 2 years ago, and she's not from our culture. She's North American. Let's call her Sandra. Ever since they started dating, I've been very supportive because I know my brother is happy, and that's what matters to me the most, despite how I feel about his girlfriend. There have been several instances where she wants to dictate how our family needs to interact with one another. Very early in their relationship, she made it clear that she didn't like how close my brother and I are, and even insinuated that our friendship is unnatural. I'm sorry. Growing up, we moved around a lot, and this has made my family really close since we're usually the only Black or African family in town. We share most things in a healthy and respectable manner, but nothing out of ordinary in a normal, healthy sibling dynamic. Many friends and family have always praised how great my relationship is with my brother. They recently got engaged while on holiday in my country where my parents reside. In fact, they even stayed at our family house before and after the proposal. Once they came back from the trip, Sandra's friends organised a celebratory dinner, which I was invited to and happily attended. A week later, I was chatting with my parents and they asked about my brother. I then mentioned the celebration dinner and to my surprise found that my brother had never mentioned to them that he proposed. Oh. My parents have been super supportive of their relationship from the beginning. I immediately let my brother know that I accidentally spilt the tea and asked them to talk to our parents because they were hurt that they were the last to know. Especially since it happened during their stay with my parents. Both my brother and Sandra pretended nothing happened. That's so weird.
Yeah, very.
Naturally, my parents were hurt, but once they spoke with him, it was forgiven and they said they are ready to move on and look forward to future celebrations. My brother and his now fiance have let me know that I have put a strain on their engagement and it was not my place to share. I'm sorry, but I'm going to fucking assume mum and dad know
Exactly.
you
Like,
proposed
what the
if
hell?
she was in their house.
Yeah, what the hell?
I want to say that I did not do this intentionally. I genuinely thought my parents were aware because why
course.
wouldn't they be, especially since he told me before it happened and had helped to find a location out of the town. My brother has not spoken to me in 2 weeks. I have apologized many times and have asked him to take accountability for not telling both my parents. Her family was all informed, so why don't my parents get to be part of the celebration and enjoy? We are very open and close family, and it currently feels like Frank wants us on the margins of his life for whatever reason. I'm having a hard time with this because I can hardly recognize the person I've known all my life, and very early on, I cautioned him about Sandra's possessive nature potentially would cause him to be isolated from us. She mentioned that we talk too much. I'm so sorry. I would have shot Sandra. Went from a couple of times a week to once in a while. Even our sibling dates don't happen anymore because she expects to be invited and I put my foot down on that and said I should be able to spend time with my sibling without her being there.
Good for you.
My fiance has told me to give him space and not reach out if he doesn't want to talk to me. At some point, I too have to respect myself. Ladies, I've not been okay. I feel like I'm losing my little brother and anything I try to do may drive him further away. What would you do if you were me? Thank you for reading this and sorry it's long. I feel heartbroken and just confused. I know sibling relationships can change, but I never imagined that would be the case.
Oh, that's so sad. That girl definitely sounds like a witch.
Yeah.
She definitely sounds like a witch.
Yeah.
I think that it's very like obviously your brother right now, he's a little bit mesmerized. Do you know what I mean? He's a little bit, you know, he's gone full steam ahead with this relationship and that's where his head is, unfortunately. And it feels like she is able to kind of like manipulate him or has a lot of control over the relationship. I think, look, clearly you telling your parents was clearly an innocent mistake.
Duh, of course
There was,
that.
there was absolutely no malice in that, and they're dumb if they really think that like you did that on purpose and they
And it would have
can't
been
see
like,
you.
on Saturday, you went for the meal for
Yeah.
his engagement.
Exactly. So I don't think you need to have any more guilt about that situation. I think, you know, you've tried to apologize, you've tried to make it right. And unfortunately, I just think right now, I don't want you, it's sad that the relationship is kind of like, is kind of drifting. But I think you just need to give your brother the space that he's asked for and just hope that he comes back in his own time. And the main thing is that you know that no matter what happens, no matter who comes in and out of your life, you're always going to be his big sister. You're always going to be there for him. And you know that you're open. There's not a world in which I can imagine this girl really does fully sort of ostracize him from his family. But
I think that's possible.
But just be aware that is a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, be aware that she obviously does have like a controlling nature about her. And I think you need to find a balance of like being hyper aware about that. Maybe still doing the check-ins every now and then, but reframe it not as like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, forgive me, because you've done nothing wrong to be like begging for an apology. But just every now and then I would just shoot a message, just be like, just know I'm here for you, and just leave it at that until he's ready to come back. I just don't want you to be overbearing and push him further away.
Yeah.
So I just think that it's just one of them things where, you know, we can't dictate someone's like feelings about a situation, and when they come round to it, all you can do is just be open to a reconciliation when he's ready to come round.
I think that's good advice. I wouldn't do that. I would not let this go. I will fight kicking and screaming. Like, I can't imagine a world where my sister's not talking to me for 2 weeks and I just said, oh, it's her new partner now and whatever. And I also think if the brother was a sister, you'd be like, shut up, like, don't do it. Like, what do you mean? This man is controlling you. You can't talk to your family. I would show up to my brother's house. I would be at my brother's house so quick. Like, I would be like, what? Like, and I would have to find the time and I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm not apologizing. Like, I'm like, what? It's me and you. Like, what's going on here, sort of thing. So I'm not a random friend. I'm not a random ex. This is me and you. Like, I'm your sister. You know how close we are, especially because I do think there was something about having a small, close-knit family of just siblings and mum and dad.
Yeah.
You are very, very close. And like, you're not too, I don't know, you sound like you're not too far in age. I will not drop this one. Yeah, Audrey's right. Your husband's probably right. Give him space or whatever. I'm not giving a hint of space, buddy. I am my sibling. And a random girl's gonna come along and suddenly like you don't want to fuck with your sister anymore. You haven't talked to me in 2 weeks. We can't do sibling dates that we've done all our lives. This girl has somehow convinced you from whatever, maybe her family is a bit wayward and maybe her family don't chat to each other.
Yeah.
And she's made us what we have seem like it's weird.
Yeah. I don't
And
like
yeah,
that.
of course, I'm not expecting, and it doesn't sound like you had a relationship where it's like, oh, you never let him spend time with his girlfriend. You're always, no, you just had your time. Why can't that continue?
Yeah.
I can't have this one. I can't drop. And also, I feel like even as a girlfriend and dating someone who's got like siblings and stuff, and we could be talking like my sister's calling me about class picture. Like I said,
Yeah, she's
family
weird,
trumps
man.
it. If we were meant to go on a date and you called me, you're like, hey, my sister, blah blah blah. I'm like, cool, because to me that trumps everything else. That's your sibling.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not convinced he's in any danger, but yeah, I think that she's tapped. She's tapped. She's definitely doing a lot. And listen, you'll be so surprised that like people are jealous of like their partner's relationships with other family members. Like people that maybe they don't have that, like to her, she's seeing this as something weird. Maybe there's like a deeper psychological reason why she feels away. Like there's no world in which if I had a potential sister-in-law or whatever, my boyfriend's sister, and she was like welcoming me with open arms and she was really nice, why the hell would I want to why would I want to fracture a relationship like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it very, very odd. But yeah, clearly, it's very odd.
My thing is make friends
It's
with
very
their
odd.
sister. Like,
Yeah,
be
like
involved
that-
in their
yeah.
life. That's such a beautiful relationship to have.
Exactly. Like I love my brother's girlfriend. Like I always made it like a conscious thing to be extra nice to her because I know how hard that dynamic is with sisters, big sisters more than anything. Like Nick has 2 big sisters, and like that dynamic is hard. So I've always been like, nah, when my brother has a girlfriend, I'm going to be so nice to her. I want her to feel so comfortable, blah, blah, blah. But I guess, yeah, everyone's different.
I am
don't know.
like truly of the belief that one of the most interesting thing about men is the women in their lives. So yeah, move, man. Let me chat to your sister.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
That's I can't lie. I'm not going to be very mature and be like, oh, you know what? When he's ready, he'll come back. Nope. Because I think the longer we leave it, the more she can coerce him to be like, oh, it's just me and you. We're your family now. When was the
Not
last
we're
time
your
you
family
spoke
now.
to your sister? Nope. Absolutely. I am in that.
Yeah. No, I
in
hear
fact,
it.
I'm calling mum and dad.
Yeah, get them involved, mate.
It's not even. It's like, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
I would have
Let
called
them
that
hold
mum.
a family
I'm like, "Mummy,
meeting."
Mummy, I've been trying to call. He hasn't called me back.
Yeah,
Mummy,
yeah,
call.
yeah.
I would have, because you guys are close. I would have
Yeah.
told my mum and dad quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's an option as well. Get mum and dad involved. And yeah, as I said, don't leave it completely, but definitely let it be known that like you're not going anywhere. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think I would just be like, I don't want to push him away even further by being annoying. So I would just tread carefully. But listen, you've got 2 options there. So choose wisely.
Pick your poison. Next dilemma.
Next dilemma. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
First of all, I want to thank God for your lives.
Oh, wow.
And I pray you continue to flourish in all you do.
Thank you.
So after battling with scarcity mindset, I left a man who was amazing on paper, but we didn't have the chemistry to match.
Okay.
Now, a year later, I've met someone at church and we are exclusively dating. He checks most of my boxes. He's very handsome, family-oriented, kind, funny, smart, and treats me like a literal princess.
Nice.
Our chemistry is amazing and I feel so soft when I'm with him. Trust me, I'm a very hard girl. However, I think he likes gal too much. Don't they all?
You can't have all those qualities.
Yeah,
and all that,
exactly. So a situation happened recently where I was speaking highly of him to my friend. Then I thought, what if this man actually isn't what he's portraying to me? So when he came over, I went through his phone, I know I shouldn't have, and saw that he was flirting with another woman on text a day after his birthday. As in the day after I took him out and bought him gifts.
You're lucky it wasn't on the day.
Yeah. Men will stain your white.
They will.
When confronted about it, he was very apologetic, close to tears, and claimed it was a dumb, meaningless flirting that he regrets as she always had a crush on him, but he never actually met up with her. He also claimed he struggled with all the sudden attention he's been getting from girls since he glowed up. I met him post glow up. He hated that he did it, and he said it will never happen again. I told him I was done and stopped speaking to him for a month, and in that time he sent flowers and gifts. During that period apart, men did approach me, including my ex, but all I wanted was him. When we spoke again, he was still apologetic, wanted to earn my trust again because he hated the time apart and the thought of losing me. We started dating again, and I'm only dating him. I've forgiven him, but the thought of it possibly happening again lingers in my mind. Is this a big red flag? At the moment, he's doing everything right. Am I wrong for giving him another chance? Should I have dated other guys? Help us this out. FYI, I'm 27 and he's 28. Any advice will be appreciated.
How can you people expect a handsome, family-oriented, funny guy to not flirt a little bit? Shit. Someone can't even flirt again. Joking, kinda. I do think you kind of had a weird self-sabotage moment, or where it was just like, wait, I really like this person, it's all going great. Let me go find something wrong, because they were like, you were saying good things about him, and you thought, let me go look for his phone.
And going through the phone, there was no reason for you to go through. So you just randomly
it was like, oh, wait, I like him too much. Let me go find something wrong. So I do think you should probably look into the self-sabotaging thing a little bit. Do you know what? I can't tell you what's a red flag. If it's a red flag for you, it's a red flag for you. If it's like, I can't trust this, I don't know what the message is said. Like, so if it was like a little flirty, if it was like, I want to see your pants. So like, I don't know what it was, or like, so I don't know what your red flag is. So I do think it's hard for me to be like, that's a red flag, stop dating him now. You said all these great things, you're back dating again, you feel happy with him. Girl, sometimes I'm actually of the belief that people seek advice too much. How do you feel? How do you actually feel? You don't always need a counsel for everything that's happening in your life. Sometimes you can be your own counsel. This feels good. This doesn't feel good. I'm going to leave. I'm going to stay. Remember, I don't know you. I don't know this man. I don't know what your text message, I don't know specifics. So for me to be like, red flag, dump him, yeah. And what, you're going to do that? Who the fuck am I to you?
Yeah. I feel like on paper, because the Gen Z will be like, oh, you aunties, you just put up with anything.
Okay, dump him then.
Yeah, I feel
What's
like,
wrong? Please.
I feel like on paper, he flirted with someone else via text. It's not great. It's in fact, it's pretty terrible. I definitely will vouch for that. But I don't know that it would be a deal breaker for me. Personally, I think that I would be able to forgive this. And again, it's not like, I think like when you forgive things like this in a situation, it has to come with very strict stipulations that like, this cannot happen again. Like this, it has to be, do you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes you can put someone on ice, you go your separate ways for a little bit and you don't really have a stern conversation about what your standards and boundaries are. And he needs to know that like, this cannot happen again. Like this is a firm boundary for me. If I even catch a sniff of you moving a little bit mad, it's going to be over. But yeah, you've already forgiven him and you're already back together. So I just think that, you know, carry on as you are and just keep an eye on him and just let him know what your boundaries are. But yeah, it's hard to know because I don't know what he said.
Use this
Yeah.
as a time to practice self-counseling. How does this feel? Do you feel good around this man? Do you trust him? Trust your own instincts. It's not every time you're like, oh, what would you do? What would you do if your son was at home? Just you decide what you would do,
Yeah.
how this makes you feel. And if you trust him enough to be like, hey, I forgive this or I don't forgive this. Or if flirting with other people on text is a firm red flag and you're out, then you're done.
Yeah.
And that's okay also.
Yeah, exactly.
You can also be done.
Exactly. I
Right.
agree.
Next and last.
Next and last, baby.
Hello, ladies. It's my second time writing in. And before we start, let me just give you guys your flowers.
Aw.
As many of your other loyal listeners are, I appreciate you guys so much. You truly help us out above and beyond the dilemmas. You help us build character, grow and evolve. And it's beautiful to see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Onto my dilemma. I will try to make this quick. Me and my friend met in college around 6 to 7 years ago. We studied in a different country together and then accidentally moved to the same country and state after our studies, which made us closer.
Okay.
This friend is in her late 20s and has never been in a serious relationship, and that's her biggest life concern for years now. To make a long story short, she's not the smartest when it comes to dating. She'll pick the worst people out of everybody on dating apps and gets played over and over and over again. She believes anything men will tell her. She has no self-control or self-respect. Oh, you're really speaking up your friend. And she's so desperate that
Damn.
she'll just accept and agree with anything as a way to make people like her. The other day, she gave a guy a BJ because she felt bad that he got hard and was scared that if he left her apartment with blue balls, he would never come back.
Oh, please. They're still using that Blue Balls one. I love that for them.
I could sit here for hours just telling her the most absurd dating stories. Her dating life is truly traumatizing, but also completely avoidable if she had an inch of self-love. I really hate how you're talking about her. For years, I've been listening to her stories and giving her advice. She never listens. Most of her responses to what I say are just, yeah, I don't know. And it's so frustrating. She's an incredible person and she deserves the best. Let's lead with that. But as a friend, I don't know what to do anymore. She refuses to listen to me or anyone else, then calls me to cry and complain all the time. As you can probably tell, she has deep and serious self-esteem issues to the point where she's constantly talking down on herself and criticizing every part of herself, her body, on top of moving mad when it comes to dating. I don't want to lose this friendship, but it's very hard to see someone that I love go through all this BS and not be willing to listen to the ones that love her most. What would you do in this situation? Do I have a serious conversation with her? Do I keep listening to her? Do I stop saying anything? She doesn't really have a family or support system, so it's important to me to be there for her. Anyways, can't wait to hear your take on this. Thank you so much in advance. Thank you guys, and may God keep covering you, your families, friends and businesses with his blessings. Amen, amen, amen.
Amen.
Now, I want to say to you, with all of the love in the world, you asked the question, do I have a serious conversation with her? You should have had that before you emailed us about your friend. Like, yes, that should have been the first thing you did. I don't know, I just felt really uncomfortable with how you're speaking about her, because I do think that as her friend, you know she's got self-esteem issues, you know the issues that she's going through, what it is about her, yet the serious conversation hasn't been had yet before you emailed about her. And if the advice you want is that you should have, what should you do? You should have a serious conversation with your friend in a way of that, babe, I'm just kind of worried about you, right? It's like, it's not a slut shaming conversation. It's not a shaming conversation, just to be like, I think we should just concentrate on making you the best version of you possible before we look into dating, right? You want to build up her self-esteem. You want to build up how she feels about herself. I don't know how you guys talk to her about dating, but I can only imagine the constant critique of it makes her feel like shit. If she's in her late 20s and she's always wanted to be in a relationship and everything she doesn't work because she's just throwing shit at a wall to make it work. We need to rein it in and be like, babe, let's have let's go break from a guy. Let's figure out ourselves. Let's live young, be free and all of that. But I just think you should. And I'm sure you don't talk to her how you wrote this email, but I think how you feel about what she's doing will probably come across when you talk to her. So I just feel like you should handle her with a bit more care.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It did feel a little tiny bit scathing. I think it's tricky because she said they're in their late 20s. So you're still young and you're still trying to find yourself in dating and stuff like that. And I think sometimes, and I see how the two can be interlinked, like someone's self-esteem and their self-value and how that sort of transpires in dating and relationships and stuff like that, I can definitely see how it shows up. But sometimes the two things can be very separate. When I was growing up here, I did a lot of fuck shit when I was in my 20s. I think some of it is rite of passage stuff. I think some of it is just like you're learning. Like no one comes out of the womb knowing how to date and how to navigate relationships. You have to be in relationships. You have experiences to learn those things. Like I'm the woman I am now because of things that I did in my 20s. So I feel like sometimes we have to kind of separate the two a little bit and maybe not pass so much judgment about like her sexual activity and what she's doing over there and all the rest of it. But yeah, like in terms of her self-esteem, I think that as a friend, that is definitely where you step in. Like I've got like a bit of a line about where people jump in with what I do with my dating life if I haven't asked for advice or I'm not seeking it. But you're saying that like the way you think the two are so heavily connected. But I think that you just need to be there as a friend to speak life into her. I think that one, 100% facts. Like, but people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day when it comes to like dating and how they navigate relationships and stuff. So yeah, I totally agree. Like definitely speak to her and just try not to pass too much judgment on what she's doing because she's trying to figure it out. If she's putting herself in dangerous positions, that is completely different. But making dumb mistakes in your 20s, like I want us to normalize it again. Like I feel like we're online, there's so much advice. There's people telling you how you should be constantly. You need to do this, do that to get a man. The best thing you can do is get the fucking life experience and live it for yourself and not have all of these different voices chiming in on what you do because there isn't blanket advice for how people navigate relationships. So I feel like just break it up a little bit. You know, again, big on speaking life into your friends. I think as a friend, that is like part of your job. Of course, if she's getting into dangerous situations, but I think stay out of it a little bit as well in terms of like what she's doing with her vagina and all the rest of it and just, yeah, like passing judgment. I just think that that's not going to help if you feel like, my friends are kind of like looking down on me or doing whatever. But I just think people should be able to like have messy dating situations when they're young. Like I just think it's a part of life as well.
And like I get it. Sometimes like when you've given your friend the same advice over and over again, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, you are not listening. And you, like I get that thing is so frustrating. And you spent hours listening to them cry and you've hugged them and you're like, hey, cool, they're gonna make a change sometimes and then something else is gonna change and then it doesn't change and it's the same thing again. I completely get that is frustrating, but hey, que sera.
Yeah,
such is life when it comes to certain friendships.
Yeah.
So such is life when it comes to certain people. And maybe she's even shy. This whole didn't want the guys to leave a blue ball. She wanted to give the guy head. She doesn't want to tell you guys the story because she didn't want you to think a way about her. She wanted to give head, so she gave head.
Exactly. I'm not convinced that it's all the doom and gloom.
Like she's not this silly little girl all the time. Sometimes she wants to do stuff, but maybe I don't know how your friendship is. She doesn't want to admit that to you guys.
It's giving judgy. And I just think exactly that. I just think that's the theory. I could be wrong. I definitely agree with Tolly. Like, definitely speak to her and find out what is going on with her. But I'd never took on my friends' dating situations so intensely to the point I was losing sleep over it. If you're doing dangerous shit, then I'd be like, girl, what are you doing? Don't do that. Use protection. But that's where it begins and that's where it ends for me. Do you know what I mean? Let people live, but this kind of overarching thing of you must fall in line. I don't like that. For me, when I was in my 20s, I loved hearing those stories. Those were stories that I shared with my friends. I would never have to be conjure up some fake narrative because I was nervous about what my friends would say. Do you know, I told my friends everything, and actually that transparency allows you to have a better friendship because people can be truly honest, or they can step in when they see that you're entering dangerous territory. So I think you need to free up the reins a little bit in this friendship group. Let people live, let her live, interject where you need to interject, and don't internalize it so much.
And when you have the serious relationship, just be like, babe, if you want to do things because you want to, you don't have to really have a serious conversation. Is this something we should be worried about, or are you just experimenting and trying to figure out your life? But I do think, I don't know. Maybe I'm I read the email a bit oh, this is quite a horrible thing to say about your friends. But yeah, take time with her.
Yeah, hold her with kiddie. Is it kiddie gloves?
I don't know.
Is that even kid gloves?
If you guys have any responses or thoughts or whatever, please let us know if you would do differently in all the dilemmas. Gosh, I feel like we've been talking so long, I forgot we spoke to Kat. Shout out, Kat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was 2 separate episodes.
On the podcast. We love you. And You are doing a great job on Traitors. Absolutely love it. But yeah, that is it for this week's episode. As you guys must have heard already, we have postponed the live show till next year. So the live show dates are now up on the website and our socials. So it's going to be May next year for a bigger and better show. So grab your tickets and have something to look forward to in 2026. I've been your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
Peace out.
Bye.